1, 2, 3. I'll just leave all that in.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Good call on the Absolute Ribbon.
I love it.
Getting kind of hard to find. I live in the woods. Had to go to Little Rock to get this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like
they
you had
don't
to go in
sell it.
town.
Yeah, I had to go in town to get the one.
You think they'd be like on your corner store?
I think all my hillbillies have switched to Bush Light.
Of
That's
course.
all they have is Bush.
Bush and what is it, Natty?
Oh yeah, plenty of the Natty
I've
Light.
had my fair share of Natty.
I got to tell y'all about my morning. I have to get this story out.
I've got to hear this. Yes.
Yes. I've got an excavator showing up to my house because for the last 3 years, I've had this massive pile of construction debris. So when we moved in, we gutted the place, threw it on a pile. I'll deal with it later. Never dealt with it, right? So an opportunity comes up, get it all arranged. Okay, cool. They're coming this day, whatever. They're bringing a dumpster, a thing. It's going to be sick. I wake up, 6 a.m., dog licking me in the face. Okay, let's go, buddy. And apparently in the night, he decided, I'm going to have me a little snack from the trash can, right?
Oh, no.
So, unbeknownst to me, he decided to eat that snack in the laundry room, which is the door to go outside, which is where we have to go for the bathroom,
Right.
you know? I step over a pile of laundry, immediately feel something sharp in the bottom of my foot. So, a dog food can, I stepped on it, went into my foot, sliced it about that wide. And I'm like, at first I'm like, damn. I look, I step, no blood. Okay, come on, let's go to the bathroom. So I'm stepping on my deck, all this shit. It's raining, so everything's liquidy.
Right.
I go back inside, I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, my foot's sticky. And I pull the foot back, and just fucking blood everywhere.
Oh, brutal.
Dude, I'm like, God damn it, man. Wake up my wife, I'm like, hey, my foot's fucked up. I don't know how bad. I need you to look at it and like bandage or
Right.
whatever. I was like, they're coming. They'll be here in like an hour. Okay, get it all done. They show up. It's perfect timing. I'm walking outside. I put my 4Runner over in the far side of the yard where the equipment can come in.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get in my car to move my car, step in a giant pile of coyote shit in the foot that just had the can inside of it.
Oh, no.
So now I'm having to rub on the gravel, my shit-covered foot, right? Yeah, hold on.
Oh, this is cringe,
Dude,
man.
this is 6:30 in the morning. Maybe 7 by this point. I clean my foot up, go back out. They're here. So he pulls up with the thing. We get the giant machine unloaded. Get it up in the yard. I'm like, I'm going to go start chunking the stuff from over here over to here so you can grab it, throw it in the dumpster.
Right.
Grab a paint can, throw it like this. The handle pops off, and it's full, but it's dry. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And it pulls the weight, and the hook on the end of the paint can goes right into the middle of my finger. It's hanging. Like, because it's a loop, right? So
Yeah.
it's hanging from my fucking finger.
Woo!
Pull it out. I'm like, oh, shit. And blood just bled
Oh,
immediately.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
damn it. I show the guy. I'm like, I'm going to go take care of this.
Yep.
Walk inside, wash my hands, get the Band-Aid, right?
Yeah.
Neosporin, whatever. Go outside, immediately throw 2 more paint cans in between. I threw 2 of them, and the lids pinched together and just popped my finger open. It starts bleeding everywhere.
So we're what, we're 3 lacerations deep now.
I have no less than 6 Band-Aids on. And then, so I'm like, fuck, dude, what the fuck? Anyway, rest of the day is awesome. Went and hung out with Zash in the recording studio.
Nice.
Like, came home, had a dope dinner, went to Crow's band practice because today's Mother's Day.
Happy
Thanks
Mother's
for
Day,
coming.
Mom.
Yeah, happy Mom's Day, moms.
All the mothers out there.
And then come home, go to bed. Pretty successful day. Wake up, and I'm like, my foot hurts this morning. I'm like, my foot's hurting pretty bad, actually. So, babe, I need you to look at my foot again. I think I just make sure it's not infected. You know?
Right.
I did work. I immediately started working manual labor for hours after I just cut it.
Right.
She goes, take the Band-Aid off. I'm like, why are you stabbing me in the wound? Taking the Band-Aid off. She goes, huh? Now, granted, I just woke her up when she went to bandage up the wound.
Right.
She's like, I'm not stabbing you in the. Here's the band. And she pulls the band-aids off. Do some more whatever that shit is. Peroxide.
Peroxide.
And I'm like, I don't. Why? And then she puts the band-aid on. I'm like, why are you poking me? Why are you putting the plastic where the wound is? I can feel that. That hurts. And she goes, what do you? Bro, she didn't even have the band-aids where the wound was all day yesterday. I walked around with just an open fucking wound, bleeding.
No.
Yes.
The whole day.
The whole fucking day.
Oh,
so now I'm all good. Got the right wound taken
got the
care
right
of.
wound taken care of.
And
It's
it
all
feels
wrapped
much
up.
better.
Oh, well, hell yeah.
Dude, yesterday was a trip.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Wild. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. That shit was
That
crazy,
is a
man.
wild-ass morning.
That's a wild first 2 hours of a day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still all covered in
Well,
Band-Aids.
technically 24 hours because you went the whole workday with that
True.
wound open.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Unbeknownst.
So how are you, man?
Look, I'm glad I'm here, man. Like I said, that drive up here was just hellacious.
El Dorado, right?
Yeah. Born and raised.
Shout out to it.
Shout out
So
El
you're
Dorado.
30.
Yes.
When I was in, let me see, what grade would that would have been, like third grade. So you probably were just being born. I was in El Dorado for 2 weeks at my friend's grandma's house. Okay. And y'all had a Y there. I don't know if you still have it.
Well, it's not
YMs.
called the Y anymore. It's called
Okay.
HealthWorks.
Okay. So we would go there like every day, right? And one day I was like, I don't want to go. So they went.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed behind, and I found a grappling hook in the garage. And like any responsible third grader who watches Ninja Turtles, I'm about to use this grappling hook.
I know where this is going.
Sorta.
Sort of.
So I throw it in a tree, and guess what? It gets stuck because it's a grappling hook.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. And I'm climbing up, right? Having a grand old time. And I slip and I fall, and my knee gets wedged between the Y of two branches. You know the knee cap?
Yeah.
Behind it?
Yeah.
It goes on the other side of the branch, and the rest of my knee's on this side of the branch. So I'm locked in.
Right.
Start screaming. I'm up there for about 30 minutes. Terrible, yeah. Because I'm just telling horrifying stories. So I'm screaming. I'm like, I'm young. I'm crying.
Right.
Help, help. And off in the distance, there was some construction going on. 30 minutes ago, I finally get enough just to get the knee out, get down off the tree. And as I'm doing that, as I'm letting go of the branch, the construction guy's driving up. Man, we heard you scream. We couldn't find you, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that was the only time I've ever been to El Dorado. The next time I went was to work for Saliva.
Oh, man, I was at that show.
No way.
Yes. I don't even remember how old I was. It was so long ago, dude.
Was that at like a gymnasium or something, or like a theater?
It's an auditorium.
Auditorium.
And my band has actually played at that auditorium.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yes. But yeah, Saliva Drowning Pool. It was Saliva and Drowning Pool.
Yep.
Man, that was a sick show. I missed that.
Drowning Pool, yes. Saliva,
Okay, look.
not to work with.
They have their hits.
Listen, not the hits. As
work
people.
with. Okay, gotcha. Totally different subject.
No, yeah, Drowning Pool was tight.
I like Drowning Pool as well.
Yeah.
Like, they're the homies.
So anyway, you're from El Dorado. I'll
Yes.
stop telling horrifying stories.
That's okay. There's probably a lot more horrifying stories about El Dorado that I could tell. So, but been there my whole life. I did do a little stunt in Monroe, Louisiana for a little bit.
Nice. It's okay.
Had to get out of my parents' hair. They were.
Was this a year 18, get the fuck out, or like year 16,
No, more
rebellious?
More like I don't remember how old I was. It was in my mid-20s.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, it's a chance. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of El Dorado because it's got a nickname
where do you
El
wanna
Dorado
go?
for a reason.
Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah, like that's any better?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Look, I didn't know it at the time. But, growing up, Monroe was where you went if you lived in El Dorado or the surrounding towns, like because that was the closest mall. El Dorado used to have a mall.
Yeah, they did.
Was. If you
It's
want to
a
call it a
mall.
mall, right?
Yeah.
It had some stores inside. And now they're all outside.
Right.
You got Dollar Tree, JCPenney. Oh, no, excuse me. We just lost JCPenney. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. JC.
Right. I never went in there really, but R.I.P.
No, neither did anyone else.
Right. But now we have a TJ Maxx, obviously. Every town has one of those now, or two, if you're big enough. But yeah, we would just drive to Monroe to go to Pecanland Mall. Did that as a kid all the way up till, I moved down there. And what's funny is I moved down there. I went down to the mall maybe a total of 3 times,
Sure.
4 times. It's like you live there, you don't ever want to go and do that.
Right.
But yeah, I went down there and helped open up a barbecue restaurant.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it was called Two Dudes Brew and Q.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
They do beer too?
yeah.
Okay.
They didn't brew it or anything like that, but it was they were the only barbecue restaurant in town that had a full bar instead of like, oh, we only have this and this and this or whatever. And I had so many friends come tell me like, dude, is that a gay bar? Is that a gay
bar?
Like because 2 dudes.
Oh,
Right, and I'm like, oh, you're so fun. But at the time,
was it good though? The food?
Oh, dude,
or was
the
it
food was great.
Okay, good.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of Big Green Egg Smokers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the egg.
We had 4 of them.
Jesus.
The big one. Well, excuse me. Yeah, 3 real big ones. One big one.
The bigger ones that are like
the XL or
when
XXL.
you see them in person, you're like, I didn't realize it was that big.
That big, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. And oh my god, having to maintenance those things
Really?
every Tuesday. Because that
It's
was when we were
Tuesday.
closed. Yeah.
Closed on a Tuesday.
Closed on a random day of the week. Closed on Tuesday. And me and another guy would go in there and just take them apart.
Sure.
Take the lid off.
Yeah.
Replace the gasket. Replace the coals and all
This
that.
was in your 20s? Were you playing music already?
No. Matter of fact,
Oh.
I have...
So you're a late bloomer.
Oh, dude.
What the
2020
frick?
was when Dawn of Ascension actually came about. Funny enough. And I'll actually get to that. So 2020 came around. Obviously, COVID happened.
Sure, yep.
Everybody was shutting down.
But you were into music though, right?
Oh,
'Cause, I mean,
absolutely.
you said you were at that Saliva show, so like you were already.
Yeah. So I've actually my roots go as far back as like Lamb of God, As Palaces Burn era.
Did you get a lot of shows down there? I only ever worked the one.
No. That's as far as heavy shows like that, that's
Yeah.
about as heavy as it got.
Really?
And
No
it was
local scene
few
to
and far
speak
between.
of?
Well, we had a few heavy bands. Fear the Aftermath.
Oh,
That was one
damn,
that was
I haven't
actually
heard that
from
name
El
in a
Dorado.
while, yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And I'm still friends with a lot of the members. Mitch was the original vocalist. I'm not sure where he's at now. Shout out Mitch. Went to school with him. Their bass player graduated high school with me. And
wow.
another both the guitar player. Well, one of the guitar players that didn't go to school with me, as far as I know, but he was in another band from the area called Judging the Silence.
Oh shit. Damn, you're just dropping all the
Right? Yeah.
Damn.
So there's right, yeah,
Yeah.
Micah Reynolds. Yes.
Yeah,
Shout out
wow.
Micah. And there's another Reynolds that's in the music scene now.
Keeley?
No, he's in Nomadic
Oh.
Prisoner.
I don't know that band.
Oh, well, that's a new one that's up and coming.
Okay.
I can't think of his name, but he's a Reynolds too.
okay.
The Reynolds family apparently is big into music. They're all out, all
Are
around.
they from El Dorado too?
Nomadic Prisoner, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think they're more central. Yeah, there was a bass player, I think, or no, he was a guitar player. Cameron Reynolds was in Judging the Silence, I think, or in The Fade. That was another local. See,
So y'all had some good local bands.
yeah, and this was back when I was in high school, and my parents, I'm not even gonna lie, sorry mom, sorry dad, but I didn't really go to a whole lot of shows, even local, because I just never had a ride. It's not that my parents didn't trust me or nothing. It's just I just didn't think that they would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take him to a rock show or whatever.
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
get
get
it.
in trouble.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I grew up Christian, Southern Baptist.
Didn't we all?
You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I do.
yeah. They had a matter of fact.
Let me tell you another horrible story. No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
So in Camden, Arkansas, we have a couple of our members are from Camden.
Okay. Been through there a few times.
I think that's where Judging the Silence is based out of. Yeah. There was a band, MySpace Deathcore era band called Elijah.
Elijah?
Yeah, they had one album, one really good album in my opinion. It's called Masochist. I think it came out in 2006. They apparently played a show in Camden at a church.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That was a pretty popular spot for bands back in the day.
oh, absolutely.
Churches.
Like, A Day to Remember's played in a church, like several churches. Right?
Churches and like for some odd reason, like city get-togethers. Like I've been in a couple bands that played like town hall little mini stages off to the side. Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
dude.
say, like the auditorium that like the Saliva played at, like that's where a lot of our like El Dorado's like big performances used to happen. Well, now they've built a First Financial Music Hall. And
do y'all have stuff going on there?
See, the thing is, and I'm going to go ahead and use this to talk about it. So don't
talk shit. Cultivate. Steal that motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing. We have a little
talk shit
district thing called Murphy Arts District.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of big name people come down. Like Vanilla Ice has come down, which is pretty mad, but like Vanilla Ice has come down. We've had Ludacris come down. Kevin Gates.
Okay.
Toby Keith, 38 Special
Toby
way
Keith,
back in the
come on, that's a
oh yeah,
massive
we
name.
used to have a thing called Music Fest.
Oh shit.
Music that's been going on for
Fest.
years, and now it's kind of changed with Murphy Arts District kind of coming around and doing its thing.
Walmart's just dropping money into y'all, huh?
Well, maybe.
Murphy. I just assume that's Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy USA.
Yeah.
So they have this amphitheater that's literally just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
That doesn't get used for music as often as I would like it to be used. Like, I want more local.
They only use it for like bigger acts. Does it have a PA, or is it one of these? You gotta bring your own
surely
PA?
they have like because they have like the stacked.
Yeah.
That they have like floating speakers.
It's called an array.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
An array. Yeah. So on both sides they have an array, and so I'm pretty sure that they have like a PA and all the soundboard and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't even mind to the point if like we had to pay in to use that place.
You probably could,
but
it probably is ridiculous.
Right. They're gonna, and I'm not going to say that they're going to make it ridiculous because of us, but I have a feeling that they're trying to make it hard for us to have a local scene there because we're like secluded to kind of just one spot, and it's a bar that's been there for over 100 years, and
that's the only spot that has like just like enough
that will let us play.
Space
that will let us play.
What about a house show scene? There's not that there. Some old shed in Farmer Greg's backyard.
It's just that like there's I will say the demographic of El Dorado is mostly old boomer people. To be honest. Yeah. They filled the neighborhood, so I don't know if I can find.
Town's just dying.
Right, I'm just right, man. Like this like if you had asked me all these questions like 10, 15 years ago, I definitely would be like, oh yeah, we could have gone to Jimmy's house like last week. I need to talk to him.
Everyone leaves. It's one of those weird where everyone leaves El Dorado. You don't stay in El Dorado.
No, that's what I got out. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, like 5 years ago. And but then, like I said, COVID happened, and I kind of forced my hand and moved back to Arkansas.
That was a lot of people had to go back to their parents' house for a little bit or something.
Oh yeah. I had to recoup because I was having to pull unemployment, you know, because I couldn't work because they couldn't keep they weren't getting a whole lot of business to keep us paying us.
Sure.
So I came back later. It was mid to late 2020. My guitarist Logan, shout out Logan, is the shred meister. And he and Josh, our bass player, were already in another band called Inner Perception, and they had only been around for 2019, maybe to 2020,
year and a half or so.
Right, and they were based out in Camden, obviously. So that didn't pan out for them. They had, I guess, a falling out of sorts. But
sure,
they're all cool now with all the old members. So it was Logan, Josh, and Zach Robinson at the time. Shout out Zach. And they came together and were like, hey, let's form another band, essentially. And Logan was like, hey, let's get my boy Pat in on this. Because it was originally going to be me on drums, I think, was the original, like, idea.
So you're a drummer?
I am a drummer.
Okay.
I've been playing drums since I was in 6th, 7th grade. Percussion, rather.
School drums.
I'm a percussionist.
Right. Okay. I see.
Right. And my family is as well, minus my sister. She does choir. So we're all.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was in
We all have beautiful voices, mind you. But that was the original plan. Was I was going to be on drums. Logan was going to be, I think, vocals. Oh, he was going to be vocals either way, like and guitar. I think Josh was bass and Zach was guitar as well. Because if anything, I would say the drummer is the hardest thing to find.
Yeah, no,
you're a drummer, right?
Fact. Yeah. No,
so you know.
There's a reason I'm in so many bands. It's like you're kind of.
The drummers. If you can't find a drummer that's in 10 bands already, like, are you really looking for a drummer?
Well, a good one, yeah.
Right, a good one.
Ones are going to be all gobbled up.
Right.
Or you find someone who's just starting out and, wait. Just wait. The more you jam, the better you get.
Absolutely.
I started drumming in a band before I was a drummer, but after practice, it's like, well, this is cool too. Let me pick this shit up and, bang around on it. Mm-hmm. That's where that.
They had me in 6th grade, so they had 6th grade tryouts for 7th grade band, but they didn't have band in 6th grade. I remember now, and they had me trying out. I tried out on percussion, obviously, because my parents were like, we're drummers. Like, this is what you're gonna do." I was okay with it. It wasn't one of the. Yeah, it wasn't one of those like.
My grandfather was a drummer. You're gonna be a drummer, kid.
You're gonna be a drummer, kid. Yes. And it wasn't one of those like, I'm forcing you to be a drummer. Like, you have no choice. Do what?
Wood paneling on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Floral wallpaper. Yeah.
My grandma had one of those houses.
Of course.
You have one right behind you.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so nostalgic. But, yeah, and then, like I said, it wasn't forced, so I was like, I wanted to be a drummer. But the school wanted me to try something other than just drums.
You look like a... what's a weird instrument? Oboe.
Oboe. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Who plays the oboe?
You do, kid.
They tried to get me to play French horn.
Okay.
And, they get you a mouthpiece and you... or whatever,
I always wanted to play trumpet, but I can't figure it out. I have my dad's, and I've tried a few times, but I can't. I don't have the lip dexterity.
No. I'm better at, like, talking and screaming like I do right now.
Same,
rather than
probably. I can play a handful of instruments, but brass is out, I'm out.
I think I'd be better at like a woodwind instrument than I would be brass, because it's not as the mouth isn't so awkward.
The shaping, you just kind of blow on the thing. The reed kind of handles it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know about the flute though. That seems a little hard because you have to. It's like almost like a whistle.
Right. Yeah. No flutes.
Yeah.
So drums early on.
Yes.
Okay.
I have tried. Matter of fact, I do want to take a little detour real quick.
Do it.
And
I
say
love a good detour.
Cody Slambert.
Oh.
Shout out Gore Pig.
The big man.
Yeah, I saw their set live on Twitch on Colin's stream the other night, and man, they put on one hell of a show.
They streamed it?
Yeah, Colin streamed hit their Fleshbounds and Gore Pigs.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to check out the homies. I was
the
at
quality
work.
on that? Was it from a cell phone?
Well, yeah, I think so.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it was really crisp. Like, there was like one interruption, but that was about it. It sounded really nice too. From how far back he was.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that too.
It's neat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the live stream during COVID, and it was fun as fuck. It was different. I think more what was fun is we could actually have a handful of us near each other for the first time in a year.
Right.
So that was probably more the fulfillment of it all. Yeah. But the excitement was still pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it puts a different level of stress on you, though.
Yeah, because you're...
Especially when everything's mic'd up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
you hear
any
everything.
little imperfection.
Yeah, everything.
Because we didn't go back and fix shit. It was just, it's live.
It's live, and
you're
small.
getting it live. Yeah, it's small potatoes. So it's like, right now, how we did it.
We're doing it live.
Oh, man. I've never been more nervous for a show, except maybe like the early days, like those first shows you play,
Oh, yes.
How was your first show? Well, finish the story.
Right.
There.
Okay, so Cody and I had actually talked on Facebook years ago about being in a band, funny enough. And I don't remember. I think it was him on vocals, I think, and I was going to be the drummer, I'm pretty sure, or vice. I don't remember. It was been so long ago. It was before he had all that hair. He was still a baby. Like, it was probably like early 2000s or early 2010s. Yeah. And it was a dream, essentially. And I was like, man, I'm going to be in a band, Mom. And then it just never really panned out. And logistics. Like, I didn't really have a good car, and he lives up in, Hot Springs area.
Yeah.
So that would have been my first venture. But now fast forward to 2020, to the end of 2020, they're getting together, Zach, Josh, Logan, and me.
Okay.
And I was going to be the drummer. But then we thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Hold on a second. I want to be the front man.
You got a good front man vibe.
Because
the shaved
I appreciate
head, the
that.
beard, you know.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I
You
try
want-
to give my best Meshuggah look on the stage, like,
What's up, motherfuckers? Do this. Yeah, that.
yes. Well, Logan and I had done some demos that are actually on my SoundCloud of just me and him. Like, he wrote the songs, and I just like did vocals over. I just wrote
Some bedroom
my own
jams?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And they were bopping. Like, I was like so excited to show people, like, hey, this is what I sound like on the mic, and did not realize it was going to turn into more.
Yeah.
At the time, because like I
Well,
said,
did you like it? Because you were like, I want to do frontman, so something had to like click.
Yeah, okay, so like for years I'd been practicing in the car, sing along, screaming along,
As
the
one
songs,
does.
as one does,
Yep.
right? And so I was like, man, it'd be cool if I turned this into reality. And like I said, here we are, and it just really clicked whenever we were all like, yeah, like let's Pat's on vocals, like that's obviously like that's said and done, like that's like bread and butter, like
Okay.
obvious choice. And so I was like, okay, well then what about a drummer? I mean, it wouldn't have been working out for me. I don't have a set, so I can play drums like a motherfucker.
I can
but
afford a microphone. $5,000 worth of drum shit. Especially if you're trying to put your best foot forward.
Exactly.
Yeah, you go spend all this money. Find somebody who already spent all the money. Get that sucker in on it.
Exactly.
Idiot.
So there was a local band. I say was because I don't know what their status is.
Sure.
Age of Man.
Hiatus.
Yeah, I'd put it that way. Age of Man.
Okay.
And they've been around for a grip. I'd say about 10 or so years.
That's a grip for a local band. Yeah, that's a stretch.
Especially in El Dorado.
Well, shit.
Because a lot of them don't last that long. So their drummer at the time, whenever we were trying to form, we recruited him.
Okay.
And it's not that it was easy or anything, but like he has a history. Like he listens to metal, so that was like okay, like that
makes it easier.
Makes it easier,
Yeah.
right? Of course.
Yeah.
And he's got his own set. Like he's got actually like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, if you drum long enough, I've got like
You've-
5.
right.
Dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
He's got like a set that he has for Age of Man.
Uh-huh.
Because he was doing both for a while. So he's got a set for Age of Man and a set for us, which he's altered like 11 different times, which I'm cool with because
yeah.
I love it.
That's just drumming, man. That's just being a drummer.
I love seeing what all like,
I've
he
gone
comes up
to
with.
like full size, multiple toms, all this stuff, and then I've gone the opposite where I have literally a floor tom, a snare, and a kick, and that like 2 cymbals, like the lowest form of drum kit you can have.
Minimal.
And then, which actually is kind of low key my favorite, but I picked like an all around, and my favorite is using 2 floor toms, but use one as a rack and one as a floor, and then just 2 big ass crash rides, same shit, and then just a pair of big hi-hats, just big.
I like big
Go big.
hi-hats.
Oh, dude, a 15-inch pair of hi-hats is so good.
I think Steven has I think his is 12.
12, that's so tiny.
I think 12 or 14. I'm not.
14's normal.
I think he's talked about.
But there's
getting tiny
13
ones.
is another like, but they're just real crisp.
Yeah. He's got some Wuhan hi-hats now. I think
course.
that's he's trying to go all Wuhan. Actually.
God.
Love you, Steven.
I've shattered so many of those fucking cymbals.
Man, I'm a Meinl / Zildjian guy.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of switching. There's another, it's not new now, but there's a company out there called Dream, and they make some fucking rad shit.
Dream, like,
Yes, and affordable. They're not, Zildjian's kind of up their own ass
Oh,
these days.
absolutely.
So is Meinl. They're both sniffing their own farts a little bit. It's kind of ridiculous. A crash ride is $450. It's like, dude, can't afford that shit. Yeah, exactly.
real tall.
Yeah. It's like I could just play PlayStation 5s cheaper than I can play fucking cymbals. That's ridiculous.
It's
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
no,
One melted piece of metal, a whole machine that does all this cool shit.
right.
Make it make sense.
and,
kind of
and,
thing.
and then you have
I think that
people that'll just waylay them, and
I
then
think
like they're cracked in like
that's
2
me.
days.
That's me.
Oh,
3 months, bro.
Heavy
3
hand.
months. No, no. Yeah, gorilla. Yeah. drum heads, cymbals, all of it. I
Oh,
just beat the
man.
piss out of everything. Even my hoops. I've always wanted a wood hoop drum kit, and I have one now. And all the fucking hoops on the toms are breaking. They're splitting. They're coming apart because I hit them so hard. And everything's a rim
Jeez.
shot in my world.
I mean, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
the
a good thing.
style of music we play, it's kind of,
Oh, yeah.
just
You got to
loud,
make sure
fast.
you're loud.
you know.
Yeah.
Tuning, just hit it harder. It'll be in tune.
It'll be, yeah, exactly. It'll tune itself.
It's like, who's the guitar player? It was like if you doing a solo and you bend it and you hit the wrong note, just keep bending till it is.
You
the
keep
right
bending
note.
till it sounds
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That was like John Mayer or something.
That
but
sounds like something John Mayer would say.
maybe maybe it was a Van Halen quote. I don't know. It's a good quote. If you hit the wrong note, just bend it till it's the right note.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
If you hit drummers, if you can't tune, just hit it harder
Hit
till
it
it's
harder.
in tune.
Yeah. It'll sound good.
And that's a fact. It will sound good if you just hit it much, much harder.
Right. And that's what see what's funny is I played drums growing up in church. From like out like right before actually while I was in high school I played for the youth group, and then when I got out of high school I played for what we call big church.
Like a good Christian boy.
Yes. I was there every Sunday.
All hail the snare drum, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, so I started out like with like any normal drummer with a pair of like what was
Just
I using?
standard.
5. No, I wasn't using 5A. At
Oh,
church,
that's-
I was
that's
using
about right.
I was using 7A in
7A
church.
fucking pencils, man. Nah,
I mean, because
I can't even hold those things. I'm
They
like,
don't want me to play loud.
I know. Oh,
I'm
that-
the reason they have a drum shield at
They
church
have
now.
drum. Have you seen the encapsulations they have now? Where the
No.
drummer's inside its own thing. Like you have to open a door, get in, shut the door, and it's like, and they control your volume.
Do they have something against us?
Yes, we get into it.
Yeah, we do.
it's
Like-
called volume control.
We used to have at my church an electric drum kit, and that was never a problem. Obviously, that was never a problem.
Yeah, but electric drum kits are kind of like now with the
corny.
new with the new Rollins that look like real drum kits.
With the mesh ones.
but the high end, like the $9,000, they look.
Yeah, that look
Aside
real.
from the cymbals, you would know just from back.
It looks just like a
it
drum
looks like a
set.
drum
Yeah,
set,
I actually like one. I would like to get one of those, but like you said,
Me too.
You're talking damn near
I could
10 grand.
Sell my car and get one. I don't need to walk. I mean, I
I'd
don't
have
need
to
to
sell
drive.
2 of my car to get one. But
So you started in 2020, get the whole thing going.
right.
How do you are you just y'all are in a small town, so I assume like you're seeing the same people over and over again.
Yeah,
So you're
it's
probably just
unfortunate,
gonna
practice.
practice
We practice every Sunday. It used to be every
Garage,
Saturday.
in the
Yeah.
house,
Garage
Yeah.
in my bass player's backyard, like
Oh, a
all
backyard
summer
garage.
in, all winter in, and there's no like real good insulation.
Oh,
So when
no.
it's hot,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
hot,
Same.
and when it's cold, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it being cold.
See, I'm the opposite. I want it to be 4,000 degrees. The second it gets hot, when you hit a knuckle on a rim,
Oh yeah, when
in the cold or
when
something,
you're cold, yeah. No,
it's
I
over.
understand. As a drummer,
practice
yes,
is canceled.
I understand. As a drummer, you don't want to.
Even in the cold screaming though, you really want to
Well,
be.
right, yeah.
Do you take care of your voice, or are you just one of these like
well-
just go for it?
Well, I halfway through, like kind of beginning to like midway to where we are now, I've kind of been would say winging it, but as time has gone on, Logan and I have like been real like looking into making sure we're taking care of our stuff. You know, like
Pre-show rituals, just
Honey.
hot liquids, honey,
hot. Make sure we're drinking hot water, because if you drink cold water, it'll close up your vocal
everything
cords.
tightens.
Everything tightens, right? He's even gone as far as to getting some of these gummies that are like
The lozenges.
it's gummy lozenges, lozenge gummies or whatever you want to call them. They help. Take about 2, maybe 3 before a performance.
Yep.
Uh,
No cheese. Do you know that one? The
Really?
enzymes in cheese stick to your vocal cords. They don't
Oh, well, that-
swell,
that
but
kinda
it makes
makes-
them harder to vibrate.
right, because things do get kind of
Gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you feel it way down here.
It's like
Yeah.
weighty, right?
makes
It's like a weight in your vocal. Yeah. Don't.
You
so
just
always
learned me
eat after.
something.
Oh, dude, I got all kinds.
I did.
I have a friend of mine was a crazy into his throat, like so much so that 1 month before he went to a studio, he would be like writing shit down. He only talked when he had to, wore a scarf, like was all about it, man.
Oh yeah.
But his voice is like an angel, so it's like, okay, I get
Took
it.
care of it.
That's where I learned all that shit from. Over there. Okay. You're good.
Okay. I did see a Dave Mustaine.
Do you smoke?
Weed.
Oh, okay.
I vape. I'm trying to get off the vaping and just get off nicotine. Period. Because
it's hard, man.
For 15.
I quit like 8 years ago, or no, I mean 8 months ago.
I've been smoking nicotine for about 13, 15 years, something like that. Just
tough,
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I finally, like I said, I vape now. I gave up cigarettes I'm wanting to say about a year and a half ago. But
still on the vape?
Yeah, and I know it's not good. And I'm getting the disposables, and that's not good either.
That's like even worse.
I know.
The disposables are even worse.
I need my flavor.
I need my vanilla raspberry cone. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you did it.
Redemption.
Let me get that redemption pop.
Right.
But
Hey, what was your last desk pop?
what was your last desk pop? Summer 08.
What is a desk pop?
You don't know what a desk pop is?
You know what a desk pop is?
No.
You've never seen The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg? He's got like the little Prius and like they do the thanks for the fuck shack sign, Dirty Mike and the Boys.
I want to say I have, but they have quite a few movies together, don't they?
I don't think.
Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, Daddy's Home.
That's what I was, when you said Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, I thought you were thinking of that movie.
Watch The Other Guys.
The
dude.
Other Guys, okay.
It's fucking hilarious.
Which one's the one with where he's talking about they be fucking in San Quentin? Where he's like on lockdown in his house or something like that.
Oh no, that's that's with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, okay.
Get Hard.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's a
that was
movie.
actually a copycat movie, though. They stole that. Yeah, that movie's
What?
actually a B movie with Rob Schneider. Much older, and it's got the guy from Kung Fu, the guy that died fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Jerking his
Do
fucking...
you know what it was?
Choking
Do
himself.
you know what it was called?
Huh? It's called, I'll look it up for you. I've seen it before. I
love Rob Schneider.
I think it's better than the Kevin Hart one.
I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Kevin Hart, to be honest.
I like Kevin Hart.
Okay, well, his stand-up. I like his stand-up. His acting.
The one he did from his house during the lockdowns, the COVID special he released, pretty fucking funny, man.
Does he have like a Get Heart? Or what
It's
is
a show. That's a show on, I think,
like Roku
Amazon
or something like that?
Roku.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Roku.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's too much shit.
There's so much shit, right? That's why I don't watch movies, because there's so many.
We tried to watch a movie last night, ended up going to band practice instead. Got home, it was still brought up, on the little.
It was still
on like the title card or whatever. Yeah. I was just like, we're not watching this shit.
That. No, it's not happening.
It's a new Taron Egerton movie, Tetris. See, like exactly.
Whoa! There's a Tetris movie,
dude, and it's got Taron Egerton, who's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
And it's on Apple Plus.
Oh.
You can get it for 3 months free. Just not fucking do the thing and do the free 3 months and then watch it and cancel it.
You gotta watch Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
That's it's what's his fucking name? Jason Sudeikis. He's a soccer coach.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
like
sports-
Jason Sudeikis.
Mr. Sudeikis.
Legitimately one of the best.
It won some awards, so it's got to be at least.
It's got to be.
decent, I
Yeah,
guess.
right. It's got to be good.
I mean, they pay for those, but whatever.
Right.
Who's keeping track? So start practicing. When'd y'all play your first show?
March of 2021. It was March 21st. I want to say. I remember it to the day.
Man.
And I have on my Google Photos drive or whatever.
That was your first show ever?
Yeah. Like as a front man, as
like
as in
28
a
years
band. Oh, 20. I was 29.
29.
No, 28. Not 29 yet.
Yeah, so 28. 28 years old.
First show.
First venue show, like as a band.
Right.
Not, a concert kid.
Right. And it was us.
And a front person at the same time.
Yeah.
That's fucking, and that's the worst one. I've been all the things, and being a front dude is like the worst.
And I have developed since high school a lot of like anxiety over like being in front of a lot of people. I took oral communications in
Oops.
high school, and I was like giving speeches, but I was like also like kind of hands in my pocket
Yeah,
kind of
shout
guy.
out to oral comm. I fucking loved oral comm,
I
man.
loved my teacher. Shout out! Oh my God, she's gonna hate me for
How
forgetting her
dare
name,
you.
Miss Mays.
There you go.
Miss Christy Mays. She was my favorite and my only oral communications teacher, but she was my favorite.
That class was dope.
I think I had that my senior year or junior year.
Mine was senior year.
I think no, it was definitely required to graduate.
It was, yeah. You only take it once.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was, I think I only had to take it half a semester. But it kind of gave me a little boost in my confidence and being in
Sure.
front of people, even though it was only just a class of like 15.
It's weird. It's different to do.
Yeah.
And then when you're like music, it's even weirder, and you got to try to put on this thing,
Big
you know,
persona.
the persona
Right.
of it all, you know.
And I still kind of haven't really found mine, but at the same time, I think I just go out
Well,
there,
you've
I
only
take
been-
off my glasses, and it's just like I'm a whole different person.
You've only been doing it for what 2021 first show. So how long? Y'all been playing shows for
2 years.
2 years? Yeah. Just now it's crossed 2 year mark.
Yeah. I mean, we released a few songs at the end of 2020 when we formed, made our Facebook
Yeah,
page
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
some demos, and then like played our first show. We were gonna play with a band called Chasing Langley from
Oh yeah,
Langley, Arkansas.
yeah.
They kind of bailed on us,
It happens, dude.
which I understood.
Especially when you're from fucking Langley, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's like up further up north than we are right now. Like, so I mean, I wouldn't expect it to go off like without a hitch. You know what I mean?
No, and you shouldn't. Most shows.
Right. So I was like, okay, guys, it's just gonna be us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, it was amazing.
Where was it?
It was
Like
at
an event hall?
it's a very small venue place called the Cellar Club in Camden, Arkansas, and it's a beer only bar. Funny enough, we sold them out of beer that night.
Is it BYO? Oh, they have beer.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, we sold them out. Like they had no more to give.
Hell yeah.
We had so many. We had a good like
Well,
fan
how far away
base.
is Camden from El Dorado? Like 30
30
minutes?
minutes.
Okay. I knew
Yeah.
it was like a sister
It's
city.
yeah, it's just boom right there.
Yeah.
With smack over in between.
Has it grown any at all? Because the last time I was in
Which
either of
one?
those towns, it was
Oh, I
they
mean-
were both like. I mean, Camden was bigger via my memory. Camden's the bigger
Well, that's
town.
where Grape like the soda, like that's where that originated. So that's what they've got going for them. Well, they've also got Aerojet, which is where I think they build the rockets for the
Okay.
government and all
Cool.
that. Like people who work there can't talk about their job. Like it's that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, Tom Secret. They don't really have much going for them though, but I don't think bigger. I don't think so.
So there's
It's
just
about the
nowhere
same.
down. There's just like
People are
there's-
leaving.
Are y'all the only band down there now? Is there
Metal
anybody that
band?
y'all-
Yes.
It's just that okay.
I think, like I said, Age of Man might still be a thing. There's a couple of them. Like I've got friends that are in
Playing at the
bands
bar
down
and
there. Like they do like the bar, like a bar show here and there, and
Okay.
like maybe like a
Man,
benefit.
that fucking sucks, man.
Dude,
so
I
y'all got
know.
to drive no less than 2 hours every time you want to do
That's
something.
what I'm saying. Like it's why it's so hard for us to just take off work all the time because there's so many shows that happen up here in Little Rock.
Yeah,
we
and
want to
Shreveport's
come
fucking
and
dead.
I want
Been
to be a
dead.
part of the scene so bad, but it's just
It's
like
tough.
2 hours away.
No.
I have to work and make the money to come up here and see him, and then like when
Right.
I do, it's like few and far between getting off and everything.
Right,
like-
right. And plus, you have to do that for 5 people or however many people's in your band. I
Exactly.
assume 5.
Right.
Metal
Yeah.
band,
5.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 5 of us.
That stinks, man. Could you? Is there not something you could do to try to cultivate something down there more?
We've
Or is there
tried.
just not enough.
Music Fest was like in my opinion the
closest
only
thing.
way that we could have, because like there was like several of our friends' bands have played at Music Fest over the years. Like back when I was in high school,
Right.
when Music Fest was really popular, there was a band called Stone and Cane that had members of that band were brothers, 3 of them, and they were, and then a couple. I think it was the bass player was the only one that wasn't related, and some other guitar player, but like they played Music Fest, and I like remember they had like free Monster Energy like out in front of their like stage, right, dude.
Dude, I used to
Remember
drink
Monster
Monsters like it
Chaos?
was- dude,
Remember
I used to drink Monster like it was fucking water.
Monster Chaos was my shit, dude. Like I drank like probably 5 or like more than I should
We're all
have
gonna
as
die.
a
We're all gonna
15,
die.
15-year-old.
15-year-old
Exactly.
drinking fucking energy
Yeah.
drinks makes no
It's
sense.
so bad.
Yeah.
And I remember that, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do that one day. That's gonna be me one day.
That moment that kind of gets you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it sucks that like
Mine was at a high school talent show or junior high talent show.
I
Sorry.
tried to play drums at a junior high talent show, and I got booed. Yeah. Turns out that
Not to laugh at your trauma, but it's kind of funny.
yeah.
I got booed.
Turns out not everybody's a big fan of drum solos.
Yeah, no. Especially when it's just like, was it like a 4 on the floor standard? Like, just hot beat. Yeah.
Oh man, I tried. Okay, the first song I ever learned to play on drums was "Take Me Out" by Franz Ferdinand.
You just missed your mark because nowadays it seems like you see them now. The talent shows, they're like in these gymnasiums. Kid just plays one thing on a piano, hits a note, the lights go off, and the whole school fucking erupts.
Yeah, it's like
Which is cool as fuck. Yeah. They're way more supportive. Back then it was like, you suck.
right.
Fuck you, give up.
So yeah, back when I did the talent show,
Shit.
that was the song that I tried to play, and it just didn't. And I kind of got off. Like Franz Ferdinand, "Take Me Out." It was around the time that song came out, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to play drums because I know this song." And then I got off, and then I just turned it into just as well as a 13-year-old can do on a drum solo, and it's just someone said boo, and then everybody just it was a domino effect. Yeah, they all just like, and I'm just like, yeah. Some of y'all that might listen to this, if you went to school with me and you did that, man. Thank you. You're my inspiration.
You prolonged my dream by like a decade.
Yeah. This could have happened when I was in high school, but no.
So no way to really build anything or cultivate anything down there. So I'm always thinking, well, we're a whole bunch of us are always thinking, how do you make this thing spread around?
Right.
Because it's just better. If there's a place, go down there. But if there's no one there, that stinks.
Right, and it's like we want to bring bands to play with us in El Dorado, but it's like it's a 100-year-old bar that has a bunch of rednecks. Like that's like their home.
It'd be tough to find something they like or would
Right,
gravitate
and
to.
we've brought there's a hardcore band from I think Birmingham, Alabama, in that area, Power Sync. We brought them, and they're like, I can't really find someone to compare to. Let's just go ahead, just for the sake of it, not like Knocked Loose, that kind of energy,
hardcore,
that kind of energy for sure. Like even Held Tight, I would say, as far as like local
hardcore energy. Yep.
Right, and so. Like we had our friends, come to our shows. We'll always come to our shows. So obviously they like us, so they'll
got a crowd. Sure,
they'll appreciate and support whoever we bring. And so we had quite a few people like, "Hey, when are you going to bring Power Sync back, bro?" Like, I'm like, dude, they're from Alabama, but damn, I didn't expect y'all to
see that. I was just fixing to say sometimes those places they'll shock you.
Yeah,
because we've played places that I didn't think we should play, and the least assuming person comes up and that was fucking awesome, and you're like, oh shit,
right?
That's tight.
And it's one thing as a vocalist I've gotten over the last couple of years is how do you do that without how are you still able to talk to me right now? And I'm like, and that's what I was telling you is like for the first year and a half or so I was like winging it, and then I started getting serious about taking care of it. Dave Mustaine swears on like eating potato chips. I guess it like oils
interesting.
up your,
the
like,
oil.
lubricates.
Yeah. I
the
can see
oils,
that.
or the oils like lubricate. That's the only thing I can think of, and it being salty, it like wets your mouth,
makes you salivate. Yeah, I can see that.
Which I
Dave,
still haven't done
Dave
yet.
Grohl chews bubble gum for 3 straight hours when he's singing. I don't know how the fuck he does that.
Where does he put it?
Yeah, exactly. But if you've seen them live, he's chewing bubble gum the whole fucking time. It's amazing.
Shove it up your ass.
Put it in your ass, Dave.
Shove it up your ass. So you're a drummer. Real quick, I kind of want to get on this tangent about drumming.
Go for it.
Carter Beauford.
Who's that?
The drummer of Dave Matthews Band.
Okay.
Is one of my favorite drummers.
He's
and you want to talk about chewing gum and playing? I don't know if you can do that, but this dude blows bubbles, chewing. I'm talking.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. I sing and drum.
I can't. Well, I mean, I've tried to get better at singing and drumming at the same time because that's something I've wanted to do, like Phil Collins style.
Yep.
If I'm not singing and playing drums in a metal band, like doing something like that's not heavy, not really like I'm having
some
to do
sort of
so
soft rock.
much.
Yeah.
Right. I would love to do that.
It's cool.
Or even backup vocals.
I did it for
drums.
so long, I got tired of it. Now I don't like to do it.
And
I prefer not to.
Is it not? But didn't he have something up with him because of how he was playing?
I mean, maybe. I know now. I think it comes around the front. or wears like a lavalier.
We play with the band that has a stand that.
Yes. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
It's different. I mean, I like bands figuring out their own. Mine was just a straight stand right here. You just lean over.
Yeah,
Lean over, do the thing.
I've
go
seen
back.
those a lot.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Maybe not necessarily like, it's kind of an afterthought, really. I didn't want to wear like the Britney Spears. I've seen bands do it. It's fine. It's,
We've thought about doing it. Steven has wanted to do some vocals while playing.
But you got to wear that thing on your fucking head the whole time so you can't headbang, really.
Exactly.
It's going to fall off your body. So really something not attached to you is probably the best option.
And even having it in front for me, I'm definitely moving forward, too.
That's my whole thing.
Having it to the side is like...
Even being beside me, I hit it I can't tell you how many times I've had to
you got to worry about hitting
reach out and grab it and pull it back or put something heavy on the bass, so it doesn't move. Or what I started doing for a long time was boom stand, and I'll put it behind me and just make the microphone sit like right here. So the only thing I can hit is the microphone.
Right. In the worst of situations.
It's like...
Which if you get those, what are the Shure
the 58s?
The 58s, they can take a beating.
Oh, that's all they're worth.
Right.
There's a reason they're the most popular. Like, they sound the best for what they cost.
Mm-hmm.
And you can throw them against a fucking brick wall and pick it up and still use it.
Yeah.
And the parts are cheap. So even if you break
Absolutely.
it, you don't have to replace it. Dude, when I started, those things were like $50. And it was
cheap.
Yeah, but they were that's all anybody used. And now
Right.
you have 1,000 options. I don't even use SM58s for my stuff anymore.
We use those for the I think for snare when we mic
miking up,
miking up
recording.
and
What do you use for your vocal mic?
Honestly, I really don't know what it's like. I don't even think it has a brand. Like
shame, sir.
Well, okay, we're
for shame.
We're using kind of hand-me-down stuff right now, except for like our PA and stuff like that was not like we.
You do a lot of screaming. Is everything screaming? You singing too, though, right?
I can sing. I don't for the band.
Okay.
It's I do.
So it's just screaming.
Right. I mean, Logan is the singer.
The Sennheiser 935 is dope. It's that's what my Insta-War uses.
I've looked into. Is it wired?
Yeah, it's wired.
Okay.
Oh, you want a wireless mic?
Well, I mean, in the future.
You want to spend stupid ass money.
No, because I want to save up money for in-ears, damn it. That's more important than a wireless microphone, in my opinion.
I don't like wireless for the simple fact of you can forget, and if you're not got all the gear on a big enough stage, if you get one of those shows, you're fucked. Mm-hmm. That thing's going to cut in and out, feedbacks, all kinds of bullshit.
You want to hear about forgetting stuff? A situation about forgetting stuff?
Oh, dude, I've been in all of them. Have you ever been almost 3 hours away and realized you left your bass in your car and it's back at where you met up at?
Oh,
and
no.
You have to drive all the way back and then drive another 3 hours and get there as the show you're going on? That happened.
That's it's a little embarrassing.
It's fucking very embarrassing. Dude, it's the worst.
We've had that happen in Shreveport. We were waiting on our bass player and we were fixed
501 soundstage
trying to go on. No,
I didn't know if it was still around or not.
The missing link.
Is that a new spot?
I'm not sure how new it is. It's a bar. The missing link is a bar, but
okay,
they have a outside like big space where like a building would even be.
Probably was.
Right. And that's where we've played in that little spot. And it's really nice. Acoustics are great.
People show up?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Shreveport's got a scene.
Finally?
Because
the shit was dead as fuck for a long time.
Yeah. I would say
I played there twice. Both times not good. The second time we didn't even play. We went to Bossier City.
I wrestled a bear once from Shreveport, that area. And I think that back when they were prevalent there, I think that was probably about it. It was the last time that they had somewhat of a scene. Back then.
They had a decent one in the early thousands because bands would go there. That's the first time I went. It was pretty good. Not bad. It was at the 501 soundstage. And the second time we went back, also at the soundstage, not good. Fucking abysmal, as a matter of fact. We left. We didn't even play the show.
Damn.
And went down to Bossier City and played a skate park that was way fucking awesome.
That's on my bucket list.
It's in the indoor skate park.
Do they have an indoor skate park in Shreveport?
Bossier. Right, the city neck. Right. Go over the damn river.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Well, if it's still there, it's the shit. And those kids had never seen basically anything in their fucking life that was like this.
Yeah.
Because they just told us we could do the show.
Right.
And we had another band that was supposed to play with us. They came too. We set up our lights. We did everything. They had a fucking chair ladder match wrestling like while we were playing. Oh, dude, it was fucking incredible.
Dude, that's sick.
Kids on the it wasn't a quarter pipe, half pipe.
Yeah.
Kids doing the half pipe while we're playing. It was so sick. Texarkana had the same thing. They had a skate park, indoor, outdoor. It was both. And they had, if it was raining, you'd play inside in the quarter pipe area, and if it was not, you'd play outside, and there was like no roof. Dude, it was so sick.
Are these places still? No.
I don't know about Bossier City, but
Well, you know the
Texarkana
Texarkana one's gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
I used to play
How
there.
far back was that?
That was pretty
Early 2000s, you say?
like 06, 8,
Mid latest.
08.
I didn't know Texarkana had. This is Arkansas side, right? Or Texas side?
Well, it was on state lines, so honestly, I couldn't.
So technically,
it
either
was
or,
kinda
I guess.
both,
Yeah. Yeah. We've played it, and we. Funny enough to mention Texarkana. We played a show there, and not at that place, but at the Aero Bar.
Yep. I was just
I
going to
think
say it.
Dylan Bradley was reached out and asked about that, and I'm like,
He's trying to cultivate something over there.
dude. I mean, like, South Arkansas should come together. Honestly,
How far are you from there?
Texarkana is an hour 45.
So it's closer
hour and a
than
half.
here.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
See, now that's something. You're saving 30 minutes minimum, right?
Right, just about.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, and I've got family in New Boston, Texas, which is obviously right outside of Texarkana.
I got family in Hooks.
Hey, that ain't too far either.
Hooks, Dallas,
Hooks.
Allen.
Yeah. But hey, and funny enough, from El Dorado, it is 4 hours to Dallas if you go through Shreveport.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's quick too. Man, I'd just be playing Dallas then.
Well, we dude, a lot of our shows that we've played in when we were in 2021 were in Texas.
Yeah.
Our second or third show was San Antonio.
Well, that's where the metal is, man.
Oh,
That's
dude,
where
for
it's
real.
at. Yeah, that's.
Oh, speaking of San Antonio, we have a music video that was directed and filmed by Ruben Alvarez. I'm pretty sure that's his last name, from Upon a Burning Body.
Dope.
Dude, yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, it's like, check it
How'd
out.
you pull that out? Do you just email
okay,
or?
so we're signed to Kingside Records. Shout out to our label, Kingside. Love you, Gabe.
What up, Gabe?
They've been taking care of us since 2021. I think early, and we were on their like imprint called AMG Artillery Music Group.
Okay.
And it was just entry level, no big deal.
Yeah.
We get that. We had a 3-track demo that we had put out before that, and since we got with them, they were gonna do some physical copies of that we could sell at our shows, and it included a bonus demo track from our upcoming album that released later that year. And then as time went on, we were finished up the album.
Yep.
Logan did everything in house. Which, by the way, if anybody needs anything done, hit up your boy Logan. He did everything in house, and we sent the masters out to Gabe, and he got them on about the vinyls, the CDs, and all that stuff. Sent us some CDs to sell. Yeah, it was really nice to have it all kind of streamlined like that.
You got vinyls, man? That's awesome.
Yeah.
All my shit on vinyl.
I mean, of course, vinyls are a little more expensive, and the fact that I think that since they're coming from the UK, because I think that's where they're outsourcing, it's a little more expensive because of shipping.
Well, they're just fucking expensive.
Oh,
there's
regardless,
there's
right?
only a handful of places that make them, so it's going to be expensive.
Expensive either way, yeah. So he finished up the recording, and then we got we released our first actual single off that album. Early October, I want to say, it was beginning of October, and it was released on Halloween of 2021. That was something that we wanted to make sure that happened. It's like
gotta be Halloween, man. It's gotta be.
We had a album release show the night before, so like at midnight when we were on stage, that our album dropped on all streaming platforms, like
That's
right
fun.
then and there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Pull out your cell phones.
Right, y'all go save that to your
Stream
library
us
right now.
Right now. As you watch us.
Right. Have it playing in their pocket while we're like, But that was a surreal experience because that was the first time I ever got to use a wireless mic on stage.
Oh, boy.
At the auditorium where Slava played.
Fancy.
Yes, big fancy. And Logan and Zach at the time had wireless, like they were wireless.
Oh, so the whole band was just fucking going.
I mean, except for Josh. I think Josh was the only one that the bass player was the only one that was still physically attached to his.
You snooze, you lose, Josh.
We love you though, bro.
No, get in the now.
It's bass player tendencies, you know.
Hey, ours is the only one with the wireless. Ours is the opposite.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
our
no, he's
guitar's
got wireless
wired.
now. He's got
Okay.
wireless now. He's matter of fact, at this point, he's the only one with wireless now.
I like it on guitars enough, but I don't like the vocal mic being wireless. I just don't.
Now, if the venue has it, I'm cool with it.
You'd like-
I've played a few
yeah.
venues that have wireless mics, like Hard Riders.
I just like the
and Cabot has.
I just like the holding on, the physicality of holding the
I like holding
the
wire
cable.
Too. Yeah, the cable.
you know, fake strangle yourself.
I do that so much.
Wrap it around your arm like you're wrapping up an extension cord.
Yes.
Yeah. Tough guy shit.
Yeah, like
Cut your stuff off so your
Circulation.
veins come out. Yeah. It looks cool in pictures.
Oh yeah, yeah. Brett Cole has taken some pictures of us, and they came out looking really nice.
Yeah.
And you can see me fiddling with the
Fiddling with the cable. Yeah, absolutely.
in some of those pictures.
That's every time if I see Kurt in the fucking darkness on the stage, I'm such a, I don't know, man. I used to think I probably wasn't, but I'm definitely like attention horror-ish. Like I have attention horror tendencies, and I see him lurking, and I'm like, put on a face,
Yes.
do it, point a stick.
Yeah. Yeah,
For Lame Johnny, it's a little different because I'm so attached to the guitar and the vocals.
Oh, right,
so, like,
right,
I'm not
right.
moving a
So,
lot.
yeah, I feel like that's quite a bit of people I've noticed in some pictures where like especially when they're in the middle of playing and singing at the same time, they can't really just
There's not a whole lot you can do.
Right.
You're just kind of in it. Yeah.
right. And that's actually makes for the best, like in my opinion, the best pictures. Like you're in
It's
that
a
moment.
real moment. That's
Yeah.
why I like black and white too, because it removes all the distractions from,
Yes.
from the thing. I think I've only done it to Kurt once. Typically, I'm like, whatever the artist sees, I just go with that. But I think I've done it once where I'm like, please, 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 God, make this in black and white. Please. And
Like
then-
you could see it in
yeah,
your head.
I'm just like, I need it in this, please. It's so good.
Yeah.
But most times I'm just like, yeah, this is perfect. I love it.
Shout out Brett, by the way. That's my homie.
Is he doing it? Did he retire? I don't know, man.
Is he still? Oh, that's
Okay.
right. He's not taking pictures
Yeah.
right now, is he?
You got to find a new one.
Dude, Kurt, I still gotta find those Pokemon cards for you, man.
Yo, yeah, don't tempt him.
There's somewhere. My mom has found some that were like loose and scattered.
Don't tempt him. This man gets sawed. He gets drooly. You start putting the Pokemons
Well,
around
and
him.
these have been like sitting in like a collector's binder thing for years.
Oh, so buddy of mine, well, Ian, he's the guitar player for Crows, the other band I'm in
Yeah.
with my wife. And we're cleaning up the practice space because his grandfather passed away and he's going through all his stuff. And he pulls out this box and it's just filled. And he's got like these stacks of like these holographic ones, and and everything's in sleeves and
Gotta
shit.
have the Japanese ones.
And
too.
I was like, bro, I don't know much, but you better take this shit inside right now, and you better get on eBay, because I'm telling you,
Find
you
out
might
the
be able
price.
to buy this fucking house.
Literally,
Like,
and
legitimate.
more.
So, and he's like, yeah, I wanted Sage to do it, but he didn't do it, and so like now I'm letting a friend of mine, like he took like 3 of them. I was like, you kept track of which ones he took, right? Like, dude. Dude, like these things could be worth
serious.
a fortune,
Right? This is serious.
It was the one with the dragon was only like a $4 card, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like,
Shit
hold
like
on to
that.
it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Poor
I saw
bastard.
one with the dragon for $800 once.
That's what I'm saying. $800 dragon card. God, that blows my fucking
So,
mind, dude.
speaking of Pokemon, do y'all have a favorite one?
Dude, I'm 40.
I don't know. Okay, well,
almost
Kurt,
40.
do you have what's your favorite?
Ninetales?
Ninetales.
Is that the golden one?
No,
Golden
that's
Fox?
the yeah, well, which is what the pre-evolved form of that is the one you're thinking
Okay.
of.
See, I played the game. The game was dope. The Go.
Oh, Go.
Go was
Dude,
dope.
I remember when that came out. Yes,
All
my
right,
favorite.
all right, hold on. I gotta have a favorite. I'm a lion ass bitch.
My favorite is Salamence, and that's Gen 3 for those keeping
See,
track.
mine'll be Gen 1 for sure because of that game. That's all that was on.
Well,
there.
yeah, right, of course.
Dude, fucking.
Let me guess. Andrew.
No. Close, miniature. You know what, dude? I think it's the one that wears his mom's skull. That
Cubone. Yeah.
That dude's
Dude,
pretty brutal, man.
I love.
That's the most metal ass.
If I could have a Pokemon as a pet, Cubone would be the
Also,
one.
Detective Pikachu, he's the first Pokemon you see, right? Yeah, in the field. He
Yeah.
catches him, tries to, attacks.
Have you seen the movie?
Love it. I watch it 3 times a
I
year.
love, dude. I've never seen it until last year, and I
Why
love it.
is it so good?
It's Ryan Reynolds.
What? It doesn't matter. He's not even in the fucking movie. It's why is it so good though? I'm not. I didn't grow up with Pokemon. I don't have any attachment to it.
Right.
Like when I was a kid and Pokemon exploded in America, I was already past all that. I was like, that's kid shit.
Right, you're like double digits.
That's for like y'all.
Right.
Like that's y'all shit. That's not my shit. And just that game and that movie, and I'm like, yeah, yo, and they're making a second one.
They're making a second
Yes.
Detective Pikachu.
No, not Detective Pikachu, but they're making a
live
second
action
in that world.
Oh yes, because I like live action remakes or adaptations and stuff.
I do if it's done well, and that one's done fucking swimmingly.
I loved it.
Right.
Which one?
Disney fucking fails every time. Well, Jungle Book,
Jungle Book was fire.
awesome.
Jungle Book was
the
fire.
fact that kid did all that by himself is kind of crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's all green screen. None of that's real. Literally none of it. The water, the grass, the blocks, all of it.
You're shitting
No,
me.
I'm not. Every single thing in that fucking movie is fake. All of it, except the boy. Yeah,
They did a they
that's
put their
Jon
dick
Favreau. That's Jon Favreau using that fucking Marvel money to really push the technology forward.
in that. No shit.
Yeah. That one, and then honestly, the only other one I liked was, and it wasn't even to do. It's its own movie. Is the Maleficent? It was actually really good.
With what's her name?
Angelina
Angelina Jolie. Oh
It was
yeah,
actually really good, man.
I watched that unironically, just kind of sitting there, and I was watching.
I didn't watch it
it
till
and-
like way after it came out, and I was like, damn.
Oh
This
yeah,
is actually
facts.
Fucking.
And they have like what 2 or 3 of them now?
2.
Yeah.
I think 2. I didn't even bother with the. I haven't, dude. I literally haven't seen a live adaptation since. Oh my god, I don't even know the last one. Didn't watch Aladdin. They're terrible.
I didn't watch that one either.
How the fuck does a company with all the money make all these trash ass movies?
Didn't
It's
they?
weird.
Didn't they do the Mulan live
Yeah,
action?
Who the fuck watched that?
I
That
saw.
movie
I was at
failed.
work last night and saw that on the TV. Just happened to see it on the TV, and I was like,
Yeah, that movie literally failed. All their shit fails now. It's like, what happened? Y'all made all the good shit, and now you make none of the
they
good
were trying to
shit.
cash in on the live action remakes and stuff like that, and they're not putting their heart into it.
But it's not a story to tell. The story's been told. Do
Right.
a new one.
Like, yeah, like they could have
Fuck
literally
that
made a
old
new
shit.
Mulan movie or a new this
Do
or
the
that.
same era, even.
Right.
But just like what they tried to do with Cloverfield. They did side stories. You
Yeah.
had the main story, and then every movie after that was a side story happening
Yeah.
at the same moment.
Right.
You know, do it from the Hun's point of view. Cool. Dope.
I would actually like to see.
And you're
that
not
going to
give us the dragon? You're going to do a Mulan and not give us the fucking
That pissed
Eddie
me
Murphy?
off.
Yeah, get out of here. Now I'm just bitching. Where's my soapbox?
I can't wait
Whenever-
for live action Fast and Furious.
Live action Fast and Furious.
Dragon.
May 19th. Fast FFX. Yeah.
Are they coming out with another one?
No, next one.
This is supposed to be the last one, and now
Is this the-
11. It's a 3. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's a.
It's a trilogy.
Are they not?
So
So,
it's
it's not the last one.
Well, it's the last one.
start
This
of
is the start of the end. Yes. So it'll be F10, and it won't be F11. It'll be 10.2 and 0.3, you know, because it's a continuation.
Fast 10, Fast 10, your seat.
Yeah, Fast 10 plus, Fast 10 your seatbelt. Fucking
I
garbage.
honestly stopped after
5. Mine was 5.
Was it Fast 5?
When the
Or maybe
Rock,
it was the one after that.
when the Rock, when they Rock came in, and they started being basically superhumans, I was
yeah.
like, I'm
The
out.
Rock ruined the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he did.
The first movie he came in though was not actually that bad, but it was the
5.
ones after
It was just
okay.
they
So yeah,
punched
5 was
through a wall. A whole wall landed on them. They're just fine. Yeah,
yeah. It's no longer about racing and shit
They
anymore.
flew a car to outer space because
That
that's
was like a
real.
running
That's
joke.
yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's
we're
a-
gonna go to
in space, yeah.
Like, all right,
I was gonna wait for the time that they had like if they were gonna introduce Teslas into the movie at some point.
No, they can't. They would lose the whole market. That because their whole fan base is hot rod people. Me being one of them. I remember watching the first one. I was like, this is stupid. And then I watched the second one, third one, fourth one.
Oh, right, of course.
All that family.
Now the second one was really what hooked me, but that you can't lie that Mitsubishi
Tyrese and that Mitsubishi fucking Gallant.
dude,
Or Eclipse even. No, it
no,
wasn't
the
even
Eclipse
a
from the first one, the green
fucking
one.
Boo.
That was my favorite year model.
Dude, where are those cars now? Nowhere. 'Cause
Nowhere.
they all died. They were
That
piles
was
of
the
shit.
reason I would say that movie was the sole reason why we saw any of them after that movie came out.
Fucking dude, that was fucking. Oh Lord.
But when he had that skyline in the second movie, though, ooh,
The GTR, yeah.
yeah, that was a beautiful thing to see.
And then finally, I think you could find. They have a new one. It's pretty bad.
You
It's
can,
pretty
you
awesome.
can actually. It's legal to drive, not the
Over here
GTR
now?
version, but just the
Yeah.
R34 in the U.S. now.
Ooh, whatever.
Not that I have the money for one.
Do it anyway. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna
What are
do?
they gonna
Arrest
do?
me?
They got to catch me first.
Exactly.
Pew! Yeah, they can catch you now. They got Teslas and shit. Go way faster.
Unfortunate. Hellcats and all that.
Uh-huh. They stupid fast.
Too fast, too furious.
And quiet. The terrifying.
Ghost.
So what's next, dog?
Well, right
Y'all are
now,
trying to get into the up here, I guess.
Yeah,
and
we're trying to get
bust in.
plenty of show. We're trying to get some shows up here. We're booking through Heavy Hits.
Okay.
Shout out Sam. She has been taking she's been taking like all like good care of us. Like she's put us on quite a bit of like
When
pretty
was the
good
last time
shows.
you played Little Rock?
It was before Logan's finger had to get surgically like kind of cut in halfway. Oh, story time. So,
All right.
beginning of this year. All right,
My
so
favorite.
like we released the album and we put out one single after the album, and we've been hard at work on this next EP that we're
Right.
trying to get finished up and everything. So the beginning of 2023, I think we had like a pretty bad storm. My backyard at my parents' house was flooding,
Mm-hmm.
or into the house. So I had to go out there with. I'm not even gonna lie. I went out there with a broom and was sweeping the water away from the back door so it couldn't get in. And it was, oh my God, it was a rough process.
I
I don't know. I didn't have anything else. So, and I was taking turns with my dad. He would go out there and do it some, and then he'd come in and be like, and I'd go out there and I'd do it, and I'd be like, we're both out of shape.
Smoking Marlboros.
I'm over here just
yeah.
right.
I don't know why I'm so out of breath.
Exactly. So, and, it calms down, so like it kind of recedes a little bit. Well, I get a text from Logan's girlfriend, and is like, I'm taking Logan to the ER, and I'm like, what the fuck? What just happened? Like, what happened? I know it's raining and
Tree
stuff.
fell on him.
Well, a tree has fallen on one of his houses
Oh,
before,
shit.
so it's funny you say that. But no, that was kind of what I was saying. I was like, damn, what happened? Then she was saying like a random dog, a pit bull, came in his backyard and was messing with his dogs.
We tried to break him up.
And he tried to break him up, and the pit
yeah.
bull just
Got him.
No,
Ouch.
Yeah, it was his strumming hand. That's what it was.
Not my strumming hand.
Hey, I'd rather it be a strumming hand than his
Oh,
friend
yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, you only need these two to strum. Yeah, you don't need the pincher.
Exactly. So it got him smack dab in the middle of that knuckle, like
feel
all
ya.
like crushed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, their bite force is insane. Yeah.
So ER, all that
Damn.
good stuff, gets it bandaged up and stuff. Told him like they told him to keep it clean, and I'm I give him the benefit of the doubt that he kept it clean, but at some point it came out,
Got infected.
It got infected.
Fuck.
And they were like, all right, well, we're going to try these things. We're going to put like,
I'm going to jack it off.
it was like it's not stilts, but like stents or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
like
rods down into his finger from the top. And
Toothpicks.
So he had essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
And it like wrapped up and in a brace and all that good stuff.
Damn.
So he's like having this the whole time.
Gross.
So time passes by, and he's cleaning it and taking care of it and everything. Well, it's just not getting any
Not
better.
getting any better. Fuck, dude.
So
Sometimes
they
it's
were
just like that too, though,
Dude,
man.
right.
Sometimes the body rejects the limb. It's just like it's dead.
it's
Go
like, yeah,
away.
like dude, you're just it's time to go.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So the next doctor's appointment, I think they were like, we're just gonna schedule to get it
Removed.
removed. Well, I thought personally that they were just gonna like do it right there.
Right.
That was it.
They got the hold down.
They
to
got down to the
Yeah.
next knuckle.
Yep.
And I think it was a preventative measure just in case any of this
Sure.
was infected too.
Yep.
So it's literally down there to this knuckle now.
Jeez.
Now I will say it might have taken a shot to his ego a little bit, but he is dude. We've played shows since then,
It's just now. It's just a neat little character thing.
right? And dude, he
And the
literally
shocker's way easier.
dude. I think I said something to him. I was like, dude, you are like mega shock mode.
Shock
right now.
master, brother.
Yeah, you are the shock master. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, man. Like he got that down. So yeah, he's got, and he wears like a little cap on it, so that way it's always protected.
Sure, yeah.
But
Especially if you're playing near those strings and stuff.
It's almost like he never stopped playing because he had to quit. Quit. I say he had
Guitar-
to put it
guitar,
down for
right?
yeah.
Guitar is a great hand rehabilitator. It's great for
he
that.
just picked right back. I heard some things he had recorded while he was in like recovering from all that, and it sounded like he had never that it never happened. 3 months, I would say.
Damn,
three and a half,
months?
4. Yeah, it was like March, April, whenever he got it lopped off.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, like I think the only thing that he has to suffer from it is just some nerve damage.
Yeah. Is it numb? Probably.
He's dropped his pick a couple of times, I want to
Yeah.
say, but like I think he's gotten better about it.
Yeah.
I think he's gotten better.
It sucks to have to be aware of something while you're doing something.
Right.
It's like the worst. Like sometimes there's so many things going on at one time in a room. And you're just kind of trying to focus on all this stuff and have a legitimate conversation.
Exactly.
Isn't this weird though? Like you have like the microphone and the thing and like
It's almost natural though. Like I haven't
it
even
sinks away.
It literally like I don't even. It's,
But I have a weird brain.
Back of
Every
mine.
now and then I'll catch a glimpse of something moving over here. If you've seen, I'll do like this. That's just my brain going, something's bad wrong.
something's going on.
I have fucking PTSD from doing this podcast, dude.
I could imagine. How
'cause
many
there-
episodes have you done?
Well, we have 130. This will be 139.
Okay,
So almost 140.
almost about halfway to 200.
We're almost. We'll get there probably next year. Into next year. But like now we have a redundancy camera.
Yeah,
And just like from things failing, I've just
something to fall back on.
oh yeah, like that thing saved my ass in the Jackson podcast. If you go back and listen to Jackson from Moon Main,
Yeah,
it's just that thing was sitting in my
shit.
kitchen on, and the whole audio of it just got lost, and I was using that for just the video. But the audio is so good on these phones now.
oh, dude, yeah, that's
that-
the 14, isn't it?
That one is, but back then it was the 12. So,
Which is what I
but
have.
even that,
Yeah, it's still
the only
immaculate.
Reason, the only reason I got that because my 12 folded in half at a Who concert.
What other concert to happen?
Yeah. I mean, literally, like, just both sides mangled. I put it under my fat, fucking stupid leg, and I sat down. They have those hard edges because it's a basketball stadium. And when I got up, my phone was a fucking whoot, and it was just.
It's like
in
Bengate
shambles.
all over
I could
again.
barely use it, dude. I was able to use it enough to get home and then had to get a new phone. I was like,
Right.
fuck.
Yeah, them iPhone
Dude, the
14s
frame was snapped off. It was crazy. It
I've
was so fun.
I've had an iPhone bend on me before, and it was a 5S.
And I was like, maybe I can still use the camera. And I tried it because the phone still worked,
Yeah.
to its credit.
yeah,
But then it started getting real hot.
Ooh, that battery. It's like, oh
I
shit.
was like, I guess it's dead. So
Yeah.
now it's just in a drawer as a
Better that than
keepsake.
explode, right?
A $1,200 fucking mistake.
Well, that's the Galaxy phones that'll explode.
Only if you charge them underneath something. Hey, just burned a couple houses down. It's fine.
Who puts their phone underneath something?
Well,
when
when
they
you
charge it?
sleep, I think a lot of it happened while they were
I have
sleeping.
mine next to my pillow.
See, no
no matter what.
Don't do that. Put it on your fucking nightstand, people.
I gotta feel my phone vibrate if someone calls me.
It's like the people. Have you seen this? No, never mind. That's dark. Let's not go there. So busting into Little Rock, and then man, I thought, dude, fuck, it almost seems more to go down or sideways. Like coming up here. Have you played in anywhere else in Louisiana?
we played at Monroe a couple.
Just bars
times.
though, right? There's no
Well,
venues down there.
Well, they're trying to. There's a guy named Dustin Underwood. He's trying to get this it was a building called La Bella in downtown Monroe that we've played at. They try to do some cotton port or some kind of concert series that they've got going on down there.
Okay.
And they've had there's actually a metal band down that way called Weeping Hour.
Weeping Hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've been around for a while. They used to be called They Will Fall, but they're from West Monroe. Monroe area, and they've also played that concert series as well. We've played there I think once or twice, and it was we played there twice actually, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a really nice place. I don't see it being like mainly like a metal venue, right?
Yeah.
It's more like an all around, because especially if they invited us out to play twice,
Yeah.
and they've got Weeping Hour out there too.
There's only the two of you. Please,
Right.
please, God.
And see, I don't know if there's any other like metal bands that like them down that way too. But the further down you go, there are like.
Oh no! Well, all my connects in Louisiana are in New Orleans. Like,
and we've played in Metairie.
yeah,
There's a band called Four Mag Nitrous out that way that we played with.
Wasted Creation.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, they're doing good things, man. They're doing big shit. But they are down there, and there are a handful of others. We met them doing the Lame Johnny tour, and now they're all in these different metal bands. And the metal scene down there is fucking crazy. They have these big ass venues with these fucking awesome PAs, and I'm like, we're fucking coming, dude. I just got to get on a show,
Right.
but I cannot wait to get down there, because the people they know, I guess they're just the right people. He sent me all the contact information. I really need to get off my ass and do that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that too.
It's like a 10-hour drive or something like that,
down to New Orleans.
isn't it? 8?
Oh,
8
probably
and a half,
from here,
9?
yeah.
Yeah, from here.
I'd say it's probably about 5.
I feel like you have to stop
Well,
at least twice. So that's
It's
going to
about
add.
about 5 or 6 from El Dorado, I'd say, considering it's 2 hours. Like I'm 2 hours from
So
here.
like 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
See if we could stop in El Dorado and play a show, or Shreveport. That'd make it do a Friday, Saturday.
So is Lame Johnny like punk?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what you'd call it.
Man,
I don't
mean,
really know, to be honest.
if I can, the crowd that comes and watches us play, like, if it's anything similar to us, they'll dig it.
It's high energy. If they like energy, it's
Like I said,
that.
we brought that hardcore band, and they
Yeah.
like we had a good response from it.
Oh yeah, they would probably like it. I say fuck a lot, so it's
Oh, we do too. Just not in our lyrics.
Oh really? Oh no, in my lyrics.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is like the reason why we keep our lyrics more or less PG is
God.
because
the Lord God.
not necessarily, but
Hallowed be thy
kids,
name.
kids,
I shall. Oh,
kids want to listen to Daddy's band. I don't have any kids, but
I mean, I get it.
Logan and Josh and Wes have kids.
Just
and
let them kids swear, y'all.
Look, I get it.
Ain't nothing funnier than a child using the fuck word.
But oh, dude, I love using the fuck word. What you mean? And hearing a kid say it is just
It's
the
the
best
funniest shit in the
It's
world.
the funniest thing in
Yeah.
the world, especially coming from someone who doesn't have kids. It's like, haha, your kid said
In
fuck.
the car, or they say shit, or they shut up, or they'll flick. What's the one with
Daddy,
the kid,
what the hell?
The kid flips the mom off, and she had the camera on, and she saw it, and she goes, ooh, and the kid's like, just mortified.
Oh no! Oh, I'm about to get my ass
That shit's
beat.
the best, dude.
Yes. Oh man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of want kids, but like not having kids right now is kind of nice.
Nah, I'm out. I don't need it.
I mean, I've got god kids.
Me too.
My roommate, she's got 3, and I've been a part of their lives. I mean, as far back as like when the oldest was 6 months old was when I first met, him, and then
Right.
so on and so forth. I've seen every kid after they've been born and so on. But kids of my own,
Are you coupled up, or you got a
no, I am
No.
single as a Pringle right now.
single?
I mean, I've let a few girls know that I'm interested.
Becky, you're attractive to me.
You are very attractive. I mean, I told this girl that last night at work. Not at work, but while I was at work, I messaged this girl and was
Oh,
like,
you messaged.
yeah, I was like, hey, I have a crush on you. And she's like, I have a crush on you too. And I was like, whoa, that was not where I
And you were like,
expected that to go.
psych, ha ha ha.
Actually, no, not this time. Not this time.
I just see what you would say.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
evil.
And it's just like, it's a really nice feeling to have something like that reciprocated.
Oh, sure.
Just like, man, I have a hard time putting myself out there, man.
Brother, I literally swore it off. I was like, nah, I'm good. I just put it in the universe. Like, I ain't doing it. I ain't fucking thinking about it. I don't give a
Right.
shit. Fuck it. If I'm supposed to be alone forever, then damn, I'll be alone forever. I don't give a fuck. And then
Here we are.
And then at 22, yeah, playing a show, which, that's my whole thing. They'll be right where you are. At some
9 times
point.
out of 10, yeah.
If you want to be interested in the same shit, guess what? They're going
to be in the same
shit,
place,
especially
yeah.
if they're in the same area.
Right.
Or if you go to a show somewhere else, or whatever it is you're interested in, book readings or whatever, it could be
Yeah.
anything. But Yeah, and then I think you're cute, and then that
And then it goes from there.
15 years ago.
Y'all been together for 15 years?
Uh-huh.
Damn. Congrats.
Thanks, dude. It's pretty good. Pretty awesome. We got a house together, a nice yard, and now it's a clean yard because of, extraction efforts.
Of course. Yeah. Minus the
Minus me almost
speed
cutting
bumps.
my toe off.
Oh, yeah. Or losing a foot.
Dude, I hope I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Knock on wood.
Because when it hurt this morning, I was like, hey, that's probably not good. But turns out it wasn't cleaned properly. It feels good now. I think we'll be all right.
Well, that's good.
I don't want to lose a digit like your boy Josh.
Logan,
sorry. Sorry, Logan.
Now, I'm sure Josh has come close. He's definitely a blue-collar, like, hard-working man.
Same.
Shout out.
Yeah. Smashing a foot or something.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm going to keep going.
Oh, that's dude, bandaged it up. Like, all right, and I'm out there shoveling and raking
Going
and
back
doing all
to
kinds
it,
of
right.
shit. Yeah, sweating like crazy. It's wild that I'm a fat fuck. It blows my mind. I wake up and I go, is it really just the fact that I like pizza? Is that it?
Pizza?
Drink water all day. I mean, I
Man.
do enjoy an occasional Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Absolutely.
Cheers, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. I haven't had this in a while.
They don't have it in any of the bars where I'm from, dude.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Why?
Going back to that, it's
the
like
bar beer.
you have to go to the, like, we have a liquor store named after this dude, Gene's Liquor. I mean, that's literally like one of the only two places
Is the
in
logo
town.
a pair of pants?
I wish.
She's missing out.
Dude,
Gene, you're fucking up.
Gene,
dude.
come on, man.
Just a pair of pants with beer falling out of it.
So, back to DOA. We are currently working with George Rich from Smoke Signals.
yeah.
To
Love George.
get this EP mixed and mastered. Like I said, it's recorded.
Yeah.
It's been recorded, and
He does good work.
for over. Yeah, he did Gore Pigs EP, and the Father Hog. Man, that shit blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
That I think it's that Peppa Pig sample at the beginning though.
course.
Like that dude, that shit sent me.
TikTok.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude. And that's another thing. Like I want to get in on that
Are ya?
because
Because everyone's kind of
We
like
have a
50-50,
profile.
man.
we have a profile, and it's just like we kind of all have the password to get in. It's just that like
think-
we're all like
I think
30 years old.
it has to be that's the thing. It has to be the person with the personality. Whether that's you or the drummer, maybe the fingerless man can hop in and show some.
We've got
But
plenty
you have
of
to have
video.
a thing that comes natural.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because I think that is one thing about it. It's like people want the realest thing they can get
Right.
to.
They want to be able to.
If you're being
relate.
yourself, I think it actually works better. If that makes sense.
It's almost to the point where I kind of want to just like.
YouTube is more gimmicky.
Oh yeah.
What's up, YouTube? Like no one fucking talks. No one goes. What's up, Leanne at the grocery store? No one's doing that shit.
No, nobody.
You would get smacked.
That's
What?
a bit.
Get out
like,
of here,
that-
creep.
that's-
It's
that's-
weird.
It's definitely like
It's like
YouTube's
old
thing.
radio.
Right.
YouTube is old radio. And welcome back to KO73. Like no one talks like that.
Yeah, on today's episode of da 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 da. Yeah.
Like why the fuck are you saying it like that?
Like we don't know.
I've never understood.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. The whole, it's like everyone's being a front person of a band because there is a front guy persona, which I try not to even do that, but sometimes this motherfucker sneaks in. My goal is just to make as many people cry as possible. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I made a status not too long about wanting to write a really gut wrenching, heart crushing song.
You got to do it. Do it.
And it's been a
Those
while
are the
since I've
best
actually
ones.
like sat down and just pen and paper and just wrote because this EP's been written for over a year and
Y'all write together in the room or?
So Logan does the most of the writing as far as instruments go. I write. Well, I help with the drums.
Does he get it in the box and then send it out to y'all and y'all just kind of add to it and learn from it?
Well, we'll learn from it essentially. Josh will have ideas, and the way Josh does it, because he's kind of simple. He'll do a voice note and just like da, 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 da,
Right,
da, da,
right,
da,
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Now for me, I have FL Studio at my house. Because that's about the only thing my laptop can run without freaking out. So that's where I come up with like drum patterns.
Sure.
That's where I write my drums, and then I'll like basically translate that into something that Logan's written on guitar or something like that. And when Logan and I get together, that's where it really kind of meshes. Is he'll have this riff playing, and I'll be like, hey, well, what if the drums did this, and what if we added this here? And that's a lot of what our writing process is everybody's ideas kind of come together, and Logan makes it a reality because he's got Reaper and all the plugins and all that stuff to make it.
The guy with the knowledge and the
access.
Right.
And like I said, he does everything in-house as far as recording, and even our album mixed and mastered it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, but this, since, we've been kind of like stressing to get this EP out, and since this finger incident happened, we've kind of just been like, let's outsource this time. Let's get someone that we can trust, and that with our sound.
I think that's better anyway. Personally,
I
prefer that way because an outside set of ears can really go a long way. Man.
Especially like that's what we were doing. Is like before we settled on George, was like we were listening around to other people's mixes, like even like levels. Like we were listening to some stuff that where they went and
I think
got their stuff
sometimes
done.
your own ego can get in your own way. It's like,
I
hey,
can
man,
agree.
I know y'all like this synth. It's like, say you added a synth bit, but it's like kind of stinks. It kind of like it's just kind of shit. Like you need that. I think you really do need that because in the room it's exciting and you're like, oh, and it seems the more you add, the more you're like, oh my god, it made it even better.
Yeah, this is so much better.
But
Like,
then
what else can we do?
someone else who's like in your vein goes and listens to it, and they're like, "What the fuck did y'all do to this great riff? There's 10,000 things on top of it. Like, let it be its own thing.
Right.
Like, it's necessary. I feel like
I like having outside opinion, especially when it comes to my vocals.
if your
like,
ego can handle it.
I definitely have. I feel like my ego's to the point where I can handle constructive criticism, where I'm not worried about getting in my feelings because someone said, "Oh, well, this sounded kind of. You might need to try to do this," instead of me being like,
Right.
"Oh, well, you don't know anything. This is just the way I do it."
I mean, mine has to be a trusted source. I mean, say that. Like, it's got to be from people I respect and trust.
Of course.
Some ass in the street, like, oh, you suck. Yeah, fuck you, you too. Who cares?
Your opinion means
But-
nothing.
Yeah. But, like, definitely, I love hearing, it's fine. It's fine.
I want bands that we play with more. Like, I want more of them to like kind of come to me and be like, "Hey, great set." But
I'll do that for you.
dude, seriously, like I would love to hear constructive criticism from my friends that come to our shows.
I think it's good. I like when bands are like, oh, yeah, but I fucked up this part. It's like, yeah, you did. But at the end of the day, too, man, like messing something up or like blah, 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 or how did we do overall? It's like, well, honestly, a lot of it's just do more of it.
Right.
That's the real answer. It's like, yeah, you did fuck up. And
like, but do they know that?
that's the biggest
That's
question.
another thing. Is like, do they know that that's part
Seven
of
people in that room knew you fucked up. And probably the only reason they knew is because someone went,
They saw you like freak out, or they know the song too, and they know that part wasn't supposed to be there.
It's one of your, loyal fans who come, like, we all have that band where we're going to be at every show.
Yeah.
And you can definitely notice, you're like, eesh, didn't hit that fucking note, did we?
So funny enough, you want to mention like looking at each other like, oh. We had an interview for our album release show by the new station that is like pretty much local to us. I think it's KTV 10, Channel 10, something like that. Yeah, they had a girl come out and interview us. She mispronounced our name.
Nice.
And
What'd she say?
so it's Dawn of Ascension.
Yeah, no,
she said Donna Cision.
Donna Cision?
Donna Cision.
Man, she fucked it up real good.
So that's and you could in the video you can see my face go.
I thought it was going to be something funny like ass tension or something.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one. Ass tension.
Ass tension. Dawn of ass tension. What the fuck?
Right. So we kind of rolled with it. Funny enough, we made an inside joke. So it's Donovan Simpson is like our alter. Donovan Simpson is our alter ego. Like that's the band's
That's the
persona.
Persona.
Yeah. Donovan
good.
Simpson.
That's how shit like that works every time.
I want to say it's like our Cash App too. Donovan
That's funny.
Simpson.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to buy this T-shirt from you. You guys kicked ass tonight. What's your cash app?
Donovan Simpson.
What?
You heard me.
In a loud venue, yeah, you definitely need the QR code. How's y'all's merch game?
We don't have any shirts. We have stickers.
same.
Yeah, so like
We're fucking terrible with merch.
we'll get the shirt money and buy shirts, get the shirts in, sell the shirts, and we'll need that money that we made from the shirts to like get home from like say San Antonio or wherever else we're at, and then
it's always back to square one.
Hey, like we got to get the money for the shirts again. Yeah,
that's a tough one for a small band.
And not to mention, we've been using this website called undergroundprinting.com, and it's been kind of like pricey.
But that's like,
it's a little more than $10 a shirt.
Do y'all not have anybody local?
I've been reaching out. Like I think I've messaged quite a few local bands around here. Like, hey, who do y'all use?
We have a few. Baker's one that always comes to mind just because he's a good old friend of mine.
Is that like central around here?
Oh yeah. Jeremy Baker. He's in Pantheon, and I mean he's in 1,000 bands.
Oh, okay.
Jeremiah Baker's what he goes by.
I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. I will definitely hit him up after this because we were looking for like different options for sure, and like cheaper than over $10 a shirt.
Yeah. Well, those print to order places, they're going to charge you a premium because it's, you can do X amount of cut, and they do it in no time. They get it to you like the turnaround's fast. So like they're putting a premium on the convenience of it all.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We need to find some. I would like to find something local and like to give. I like to help out local things.
Yeah, me too.
Big on local.
I try to as much as I can anyway. Sometimes it's a little price, but dude, yeah, those fucking print to order plays, unless you're just doing it online only, that's convenient.
Right, yeah.
But but that's why every fucking t-shirt's $30 now because everyone's using print to order.
Exactly. I think the most we've ever charged was 20, 25 maybe.
Dude, I remember when it was 20 because Kurt was like, y'all got to charge 20. I was like, $20 for a fucking t-shirt? No.
Yeah.
And then now that's just like, okay, what is it? Yeah, okay, it's $20. Like that's minimum.
Yeah.
When I remember like $8 when it went to $12, I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah. Because then people are selling like $25, $30 a shirt.
It's like, who do you think you are, Metallica? And now I can't even imagine what a big band shirt is, $45-$50 probably.
Yeah. I mean, Dave Matthews Band, I think a shirt was probably like $35, $40.
No, 30's the new normal for sure. Like within the
especially
last
arena
few months.
bands.
I'm saying,
or just in general.
Jeez. I'm saying across the board.
It's like a hoodie.
Exactly. Hoodies are $50 now, dog.
Which is reasonable considering, but like
no,
a shirt
is it?
I mean, like, look, like I said, like 40, I think 40, 45 is the most I paid for a band hoodie.
I think with the venues taking these merch cuts.
Oh, the venue merch cuts is bullshit.
Oh, well, yeah.
If I ever play a band, like, whenever they say something about, oh, we have a merch cut.
Well, I'm selling this shit across the street then.
Well, guess what? We're going to be selling out the back of our van.
Or, get them on you didn't put the cost in, so you get, our markup's $8. You get it on the $8. You don't get it on the whole price because you didn't help make these shirts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna take a bit of our money? No.
Fuck you, bitch.
Get fucked. Yeah.
I hate you. Well, we provide the venue space. Well, fucking then I'll go someplace else.
Exactly.
I'll play on the
Give me
sidewalk.
a bit of the beer sales then.
Busket.
Yeah.
I brought all the people in here, you dick.
Like I would like door plus beer sales, please.
Yo.
Well, also we don't even really have CDs either, unfortunately. Like,
I mean, that's fine.
The thing is, though, is like I want
a physical media is kind of important, but
right. And like I always tell people, like, hey, we're streaming everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, the whole bit. And it's like, but for me, I like having physical CDs. I'll even go as far as to like I will literally burn our entire discography on a CD and sell those. I'd rather do that than have to like worry about the label sending us another batch or something and us having to owe the label.
Uh-huh.
But I understand about it. Like you want it to be professional. They want us to be professional, right? I get it, but we're trying to make money.
No, you're not. You're in a band, dude.
Oh, of course. We're trying to pay in.
No,
we're trying to pay in. I mean, that's about right.
You might break through. Hey, you never know, dude. That's the whole shit of it with the internet now. You get one fucking hook on a TikTok and it's over with. You're done. See ya. If you better have the merch ready.
At this point, I'm really hoping that like I post a viral video.
Start sticking this shit on stuff, man.
There's like so I've noticed there's a trend on TikTok where like
find your best chorus, your best hook, and just start making videos.
Yeah, that's another thing is like I'd have to go over to Logan's to to record cover. Like I want to do a vocal cover of something. Like I've got a few on SoundCloud.
Oh,
stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Like I've done.
That's a
Holy
great
Roller
way.
by Spirit
Dude,
Box.
Vocal covers are great for that.
And I want to do videos to go along with them.
Uh-huh.
But like, I'd have to go over to Logan's and make sure the video matches up with the audio and all that good stuff. Because my laptop is 9 years old.
Yeah, and a raw vocal take too. You're gonna want to like put some stank on it and make it,
absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want it just to be raw vocal, dude. Yesterday in the studio with Zash, there's nothing funnier. There is not a funnier fucking moment in the studio than the isolated vocal take, like a bad mistake whenever.
Oh, dude, no. Logan likes to isolate whenever I'm like, no, or something. I fuck up, and he's like, oh, what did that sound like?
Dude, it's the most cringy shit.
Normalize.
Yeah.
Some random shit.
Fucking clip it, send it to you in a text message. Hey, remember the time you fucked up?
There was a point where I said, fuck it, leave it in the mix, or like, fuck it, leave it, or whatever, and he left it. I think in one of our songs on the EP, it's gonna have something like that, like a little like studio outtake at the beginning of the song. I want to say.
So
those are always fun.
How often do you get to play? Like, if you got to show up here, is it like, yeah, cool, yes, or is it like, well,
we don't get shows like as often as I want, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's spaced out like it is, because we have a show next I guess it would be this Saturday then, because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
The 20th.
Okay.
In Northwest Arkansas. Stephen Wallace from Take Rest.
Y'all playing at Nomads?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Stay the Course, Gallo Walker, Bazooka Tooth. Right. I saw that name and I was like, well, that's an interesting name.
That's pretty good.
The Dry Line, and then us. And that's our first show and up that way.
Yeah.
And the furthest north we've played.
It's
I'd
fun. Go early, man. Go to
well, we gotta leave early. It's a 5-hour drive.
Go to Ham and Trees. It's delicious. It's like a grilled cheese spot with like
ham and trees. Instead of cheese. Tree. Okay.
Ham and Trees.
Okay.
It's fucking delicious. And then in the same parking lot is a place called we were just there. It's a venue, Smoke and Barrel.
I've heard of that place.
Dope as
My
fuck.
mom and dad used to live up there for a little bit.
Yeah. Dope as fuck. Awesome. Good cheap beer. Like, especially for where it's at. And the venue's like 2 miles from there.
I hope they have PBR.
I don't know. We were drinking Miller Lights and I think just Miller Lite. I didn't ask. Somebody said Miller Lite and I was like, yeah, I'll take a Miller Lite too.
I mean,
it was my
as long as
birthday.
it's a light beer, because someone handed me a full flavored one within the last few weeks, and I was like, oh, God, I took I drank half of it and was like, God.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Dude, the full yeast of it, you make it sit in your belly. Yeah. It's like drinking spaghetti.
Yeah, literally. Like I have like a big 30 meatballs in my belly right now. But the one place I want to play up in Northwest Arkansas is George's Majestic Lounge.
Yep.
That's a place I want to play.
I think that's a lot of people's like, oh man, if we can get in there. Yeah. They used to have Backspace. Backspace was the shit. It's gone now, but that place was incredible.
There were a few places around here, like I want to say, that have gone, like the Village. Dude, the Village.
What would you like to know there, sir?
Man, I didn't get to go to the Village, but my Logan got to see Haste the Day, My Children, My Bride, and Upon a Burning Body at the Village. I don't remember.
Scream the Prayer?
I think so. Well, it was Haste the Day's like tour. They were it was Attack of the Wolf King tour, and they played at the Village. And he got to go see that back then, and that was honestly right before I started going and seeing shows. My first show was at Downtown Music Hall.
Sick.
R.I.P. That was I loved that place.
Hell of a joint.
Yes.
Yep. The whole time.
It was Abandon All Ships, Upon This Dawning, For All Those Sleeping, and Skip the Four Play. Palisades was supposed to play, but they had van troubles in Texas. Skip the Four Play's bassist. This was the best. I say best part. This was like one of the greatest things that I've ever seen at a show, but not so great because the girl got hit. The bass player from Skip the Foreplay launched his bass guitar into the crowd, and it knocked the girl square in the forehead. And then her boyfriend was like get up in his face, like, bro, I'm about to beat the shit out of you. And he was like, I'm sorry. And Skip the Foreplay is from Canada, and they're French Canadian, so they're I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just like they had French accents. It was great.
It's not my fault you sound stupid.
But yeah, that was probably the
we
craziest thing.
busted a few lips in our day, man. It's hard, when
You get
everything's close
into it,
to
and it's just like,
yeah. You fuck
people
up,
throw
you
guitars
something,
and drumsticks for sure. You've thrown drumsticks in the crowd.
100%. I've had someone throw it back at me. Clearly, I hit them in the face.
Did they launch it?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh no bullshit! Like hit me right in the throat. I was like,
Woo!
I just went in the microphone. I was like, good one.
Good one.
Yeah. Fuck.
Damn, made you almost swallow your Adam's apple there.
It was pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
That's something that is something that as a drummer I've always wanted to do, but I've never been put in that situation.
So next time, just grab your drummer's drumsticks and lob a couple. Do the lob. Don't overhand. You have to learn that overhand is the wrong method of stick
I think
delivery to a crowd of
I've thrown
people.
shirts at people, and I will say like throwing shirts like is a hit or miss because they'll either stay balled up till it gets to the person you're
No,
throwing
they
or
wind
just-
out. Yes, and
And
turn
it
into a
just-
parachute. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 50-50.
you gotta leave the tape on them.
I want a shirt cannon for that reason now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I
That
would
would
get-
knock somebody the fuck out.
I would-
You'll accidentally hit a kid. There'll be a lawsuit.
That would be
You
me.
don't want
No,
a
that
shirt
would be
can-
me.
yeah.
I'd be like, boom.
Or he'll just be walking across. You're like, I want to shoot it at this lady, and then
Innocent
bing.
bystanders
Yeah.
walking. And then here comes a lawsuit.
Yeah, man. Y'all have fun up there. Fayetteville's fun. It's awesome.
Like I said, I've been up there for have family up there, and I don't really get to do much up there because they get kind of upset when we go up there and visit, and then we want to go out into the town. Like we're not from
We're
there.
not from here.
Yeah, we don't have this here. We don't
just
have a
wanna
Best
hang
Buy.
out.
We don't have a.
We don't have
mall.
a Best Buy. That's we ain't highfalutin. We
Look.
don't have a fancy technology store.
My dad has been in IT as long as I've been alive, if not more, and so computers. That's my thing. I'm big like computer software, hardware, all that good stuff. So I go to Best Buy and I'm like, it's a field day.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, ooh,
Oh, look at this capture card.
I could. Oh yes, capture cards.
They got that kind of RAM. What is it? What are they up to? Fucking DDR fucking 100 at this
Oh,
point?
it's something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's more expensive the higher you up you get.
Oh yeah.
The video cards too. Because what was it that they were using it for? Like Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, Bitcoin mining. So they got up to like $1,000 a fucking
ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
I'm so glad that I need to get into building desktops more because like I said, my laptop's about to crap out on me.
Yeah,
I'm
9 years is about the fucking limit.
I'm trying to
dude.
run current Photoshop version on it.
No, that's not gonna work.
It works, but barely.
Yeah, barely. I'm legally blind.
I can see barely.
One of the greatest internet clips of all
I love
time.
it.
Have you seen the whole interaction?
POP.
Yeah.
Hold it down.
The whole thing is unbelievable.
I know, dude.
couldn't-
How am I driving a getaway car?
I couldn't have a service job like that. I'd just be laughing. Like, I don't know.
whole
You
time.
tell me.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
like
shit.
we've got so our next Little Rock show is June.
Uh-oh. June.
Is it 10th, 18th?
Hopefully it's not the 17th because that's when Punks for Paws with.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The next time y'all have like a benefit or whatever,
Mhm.
DOA would totally be down.
Okay. Holler at Chris Hill.
Chris Hill.
Yep. He's the one that does
That
that.
does
one.
okay. I
Yep.
think I've seen his posts about it.
Oh sure. Yeah, he's posting like every other few minutes about it.
So yeah, our next Vino's. It's at Vino's.
Okay, cool.
June 10th.
Perfect.
We're playing with Still Stare, Surefire, Smoke Signals
Okay.
for the first time. The homies, Britain's the homie.
Who's
And
drumming
Take
for
Rest.
'em?
Think they're getting
Maybe they have it
one of
out-
their old drummers. I think is coming through.
Okay.
I think is what I saw.
Well, knowing them, they could easily just be like, "Well, it's gonna just be in the PA system."
Dude, if they break out the Means to an End EP stuff or whatever, I forget what it's called, like their EP from like 2014. Dude, I know those songs on drums funny enough. So if they needed me to play those old songs, I could.
Text George, man. Hey, not saying, but saying.
But saying, if y'all have a set, well, we have a set. I'll just use DOA set if I have to. Just be like, hey, I know those songs. Because, dude, it was when Hayden Valentine was the vocalist.
Oh shit.
Was when I was
Yeah.
when they start. Well, really, it was when they started out. Like it was Hayden, Britton, Nick Esposito.
Remember Nick? Yeah.
We used to call him Short Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Jathan in the band? Jathan Nader? I think he was in the band.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he
Says
was one of the
yes.
guitarists. I don't know if Rob was in it when they began too. He was? Okay. So I think that was it. Was Britton, Hayden, Nick, Jathan, and Rob.
Okay.
And I had
Nick
and I had gone to shows at downtown together.
Yeah.
And that's how we became friends. And he knew I was a drummer, and that's how we kind of bonded.
Sure.
And then Smoke Signals, started getting some traction. And I saw them open up for Miss May I and Affiance at Juanita's.
Dope.
That was the first show of theirs that I saw, and dude, it was insane. I want to say Dalton Kennerly's old band opened up too, Between You and I, or whatever it was. Yeah. Was he in that band at the time? So I got to see Dalton's old band. Didn't realize it was Dalton at the time.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like,
Right. Like, it's all coming. Like, it's crazy.
I
Small world.
I lived through all of it, and people will say names. I'm like, shit, I haven't heard that name in a long time. I'm like, that was this dude's band. I'm like, oh, fuck. I mean,
right.
There's just a disconnect there because I was like,
everybody's been
running
in
with
all
my
these
crowd.
bands around this
Yeah.
around this area.
well, and I'm like 10 years older, so I was like running with my friends, and they all were kids at that time.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to fucking hang out with kids.
Sometimes you still feel that way though.
Well, you just kind of have to because it's a young man's game.
It
This
really
whole thing
is.
a young
I
man's
mean,
game.
I can go I'm talking about the first song in our set. I'm fucking off the walls. I'm bouncing, and then by the second or third song, I'm like, okay, I'm
You're
gonna
gassing.
chill out.
Yeah.
I'm chilling out.
You got to work on that though, because you got
I
to
know.
keep that energy up.
I need to start working out more. Because I played golf the other day in 90-degree heat, and was like, by the second or third hole, I was like, I'm gonna fucking die.
Got to get outside more. You stay
know.
inside a lot. You work inside.
Well, yeah. No matter where I work, I'm inside.
Really?
Front desk, in the kitchen, you name it. Like, I'm
Okay.
inside. I do need to get out more.
Yeah.
Because
That
especially
vitamin
being a
D
front
in
man,
you.
being a front
Well,
man. I
with
gotta
the
get out more.
smoking too, like I was guilty of that too, man. But like my job and my practices being we don't have AC or nothing like that. Well, we do now, but before we didn't. It keeps you in it. You know? The heat fucking really will.
And I had water. I mean, I drink hella water nowadays, especially
You're not
because
drinking ice water, are you?
Stop. Well, I did when I was playing golf.
Okay,
But
that's different. I'm saying like,
no, when I'm like at work, I have a circle bottle. You know those bottles with the flavor pods in them?
oh yeah,
So I'll have like, it's not cold. It's like room temperature, I guess.
or cold from a tap, like not above room temperature.
And
but
it warms up over time because
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
have it sitting there. So
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
I don't drink cold water all the time.
yesterday I think I had like 4 gallons of water. I drink so much
It's
fucking
been
water.
hot.
It's insane. Oh, dude, it's been fucking miserable.
Humid.
Yeah,
And when people are like, "Oh, it's like, why is it so hot?" It's like, dude, it's Arkansas.
it's not hot, man.
Dude,
It's just
and especially
humid as
before it
fuck.
starts getting real hot, it'll be hot, and then for some weird fucking reason, it'll be cold. Remember before it started getting hot? It's
There's
just,
a solid chance we could have one more, like, it's like in the 50s. That's when you light all the fires you need to light. All my small town peeps.
real talk.
The next rain, right before it happens, burn everything. Because after that, it's just
gonna
going to be
be
miserable for 3
Hot,
months.
humid,
Yeah.
until what, September, October?
Oh,
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
we've had fucking.
Dude, December's been hot.
I'm saying we've had Christmases that are like 70 degrees.
And then, like,
Yeah.
within the next couple months, snows on the fucking
January,
ground.
like weeks. January, February. Yeah.
Yeah,
within
did
weeks.
it snw last year for y'all, like up this way?
Oh, shit. Probably.
Or I guess earlier this year?
I don't really keep track, to be honest.
The last time it snowed really good down in El Dorado, like, people, they don't know how to drive.
Well,
People
y'all are even further down.
That's what I'm
Something
saying. The
worse.
further south you go, when it
Y'all
snows,
got
nobody
like
knows.
swamps and shit. We
Dude.
don't. We have one out towards Pine Bluff.
And if it's not snowing, it's flooding.
yeah.
Like, dude, we had
That's
people.
because the ground's a bog.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
live in a
we're
bog.
bowl.
Yeah.
We're literally in a bowl. Like, if a tornado comes by, it's just
It
gonna
just
go
ping pongs. Uh-huh.
If it gets in there, it does ping pong. But like, we
Yep.
rarely get tornadoes in town. It's always like on the edge. Like Junction City, Louisiana, is like 15 minutes away from El Dorado.
Junction City.
Yeah. Well, Arkansas,
Sounds-
Louisiana.
Sounds real ratty.
It's
I like it.
basically it's Texarkana's ghetto cousin.
Nice.
Like it's
So it's
rough
like
down
over
that way.
here a little bit.
Yeah,
Over to the little side. Over to the side there.
yeah. Just it's like its own little corner. But yeah, it's It's awful.
Louisiana's different.
They get the bulk of the tornado shit that we get.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, the further south that you go from El Dorado, it's where it gets bad. And even like kind of west to Parker's Chapel's like a little community that it gets torn up a lot.
And people still live there. Isn't that wild?
Right. I live in town, so I'm not even there. The only thing I have to really worry about is traffic.
That shit just fucking happened here, actually.
Dude,
Little Rock got fucking annihilated.
Dude, I know that was wild.
Wild.
And I was messaging every one of my
I was in
a
Hot
lot of my
Springs.
Little Rock friends like, y'all okay?
Yeah, and tornadoes don't really happen there because it's the same thing. It's like in the mountains. So when one gets in, though, it just fucking tears everything up. But it didn't. I was like watching the skies. I was working. I was like, shit, it's pretty gross. And I'm like, I should probably head home in case something bad happens.
Right.
Pack up because like you can tell it's just bad. Wife calls me. She's like, we're in the hallway and the fucking tornado is right down the street. Same shit with like the mattress and stuff. And I was like, holy fuck. I'm like an hour away, and then I call her and she's like, well, it passed by. And I'm like, it passed by. And I'm not thinking like it was on the ground because I'm driving.
Right.
I'm like an hour and a half, so I'm not checking my fucking phone. Get home, and yeah, it's fucking terrible, man. I was like, oh my God. Have you driven
I have not.
around here yet?
Actually, I don't think I've been up here since that happened.
Oh, man. It's crazy to look at.
I saw some aerial footage that people were posting on TikTok of it going over the river, saying that like somebody said, "Oh, the river will stop it." Nah, son, that thing kept going.
Yo, did you see the one in the fucking mountains?
Yes,
Pulling the snow up?
yeah, dude.
Like yesterday? What is happening?
Dude, God's trying to tell us something.
We're all gonna die.
Dumb ways to die.
What are we at, Kurt?
We're at Crashcast Studios.
Not where.
He's not wrong.
He's on his fucking phone.
Right at 2 hours.
Hell yeah.
2 hours. It don't even feel like it's been that long. It feels like
I
it's
tell
been
you.
45 minutes.
I'm telling you, man. Sometimes I have to check. Well, I know it's Mother's Day, though. I have to, like, go do Mother's Day.
when I'm done here, I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to my house and seeing my mom.
So I was thinking we might need to start winding down because I thanks again for doing this on Mother's Day.
Dude, it's no problem, man.
'Cause-
When I reached
'Cause
out,
I know Kurt has a heart out, and I was like,
yeah.
I wasn't thinking because, man, I don't. Dude, holidays mean butt kiss.
Dude, me too. All the days.
So you messaged me, and I was like, you know what, that would be dope. I'm interested in your band. Like it keeps coming across my, my radar. So I'm
Right.
like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that. So like, hey, yeah, let's do it. And then Kurt's like, he texted me, last week sometime. I gotta leave at 4, and I'm like, why does he gotta leave at 4? And I go to my calendar. And I don't have the holidays turned on. And I was like, Kaylee, and she's like, oh, it's Mother's Day, and I was like, oh, motherfucker. God damn it, dude. Fuck. I do this every fucking time, man. So that's when I messaged you, and I was like, hey,
No, it's Mother's Day. Are you still cool with that?
Are you cool? Can we bump it up an hour, please? Like, so kudos, man, because I actually didn't know you lived in El Dorado. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, dude, I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning and I accidentally stopped my alarm instead of snoozed it. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to get up now. I was actually a little early, and I like being early because I don't like being late.
Same.
So,
dude, I'll be here just sitting in my car chilling in the front yard till
I
the
debated.
clock rolls
I
over.
debated. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I got food because I was like, I know we're going to be drinking. So I was
Hold
like,
on, what did you eat? Because you said, hey, I got food, I'm going to
Rallies.
eat it. Okay. You eat like a fucking garbage disposal?
dude,
Because you text me that, I said, all good.
I saw how much time was.
And then you fucking were like, I'm done. And Kurt goes, what did he fucking eat? I was like, I don't know, 3 chicken nuggets and a glass of water? What the fuck? That was like 7 minutes.
I am a garbage disposal, man. I can throw down a whole Little Caesars pizza in like less than 30 minutes. But I mean, like, I don't
Body
know.
by Caesars, baby.
I don't know where it goes. I guess my ass.
I blame the Ninja Turtles.
Man.
100%.
My cousin used to call them Tea-Tie Turtles. He couldn't really talk as his Tea-Tie Turtles.
So you doing stuff with your mom in a little bit?
I don't know what. I'm just going to be spending time with her for
There
sure.
you go. That's all you need.
Yeah, she brought me into this world almost 31 years ago. So
You got a birthday coming up?
August.
Okay, pretty soon.
You were talking about being an attention whore. I'm a Leo.
Ooh. I'm a Taurus, so fuck you.
I've got some Tauruses in my family.
We're doing ham, dude. We're gonna eat some ham for Mother's Day.
Ham sounds fire.
I mean, it's fresh ham. Then they make the best sandwiches.
You glaze it?
You put with the Hawaiian roll, dude. Fucking get out of here. Glaze that shit. Oh, yeah,
the ham sliders with the
ham
Hawaiian.
sliders, dude. Yeah, fuck out of here.
My mom has done some, and if she
put
doesn't,
cheese on there, name a better
butters
trio.
the top
Do
with
yep.
seasoning on. Ooh.
And if you want to go extra, do the sesame seed on the oh my god.
She does everything bagel seasoning on top.
Oh my god, bro.
You gotta come over.
Dude.
You gotta come. You gotta come eat.
Well, I know my mom too. There's no way she bought the little ham. It's the full goddamn.
Big
there's
old,
3 of us. It's
like
gonna
for
be
Thanksgiving
It's
style.
gonna be the Thanksgiving ham. She's like, you want the leftovers? I'm like, you mean a whole fucking ham?
The whole shebang.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'll eat sandwiches for 9 fucking days. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I will. I love simplicity.
We do
man.
that for Thanksgiving. Like we'll eat Thanksgiving leftovers till it's almost Christmas.
Yes.
I mean, and then come Christmas, we're already like cooking more food, and then that'll last till past New Year's.
I learned this a couple years ago. Does anyone in your house take the leftover mashed potatoes the next morning and fry them?
Fry them? No, I've never heard of that. What? In like an
sir,
air fryer or just like a fryer?
No, in a pan.
Okay.
A little bit of oil.
Uh-huh.
Boom, boom, like a pancake, right?
Uh-huh.
Fucking, you'll want to just throw down mosh style, break the doors off, rip the hinges, do the shit, dude. It's so I woke up one morning. I've gone to my grandmother's in Texas.
Yeah.
For so many fucking holidays, never seen this. On like the last one that I went to, I wake up stupid early, and she's in there making these fried potato cakes. And she's like, oh, well, you know, blah, blah. And I'm like, I eat it. And I'm like, why the fuck is this not just how we're having them?
Why? Yeah, we're eating mashed potatoes only one way.
Dude, it's incredible.
I've got to do that now.
Everyone should do it. It's
The mashed potatoes in a frying pan.
even if you have mashed potatoes for a normal meal, just save the leftovers next morning, a little bit of oil or butter, whatever, you know,
Right.
something that won't make it stick, and just smash them down like a little pancake, flip it when it's brown, like it'll just be like a nice
That's
little brown.
insane. And it's got almost the consistency of a pancake.
Dude,
What are you doing to me?
it's so good. It's so motherfucking good. I can't handle how
I
good
love
it is.
potatoes.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I mean,
I get an extra fry no matter where I go. That's how much I like potatoes.
Really?
Like I we don't have a Rallies or Checkers or whatever like down in
I
El
assume
Dorado.
y'all just have nothing. According to you.
We finally got a Whataburger.
We have a Burger King and this old guy named Jim on the corner slinging hamburgers out of his pickup truck.
And we had an old like corner store type burger joint that had to shut down because they're expanding the road that it's on. So they had
Ain't
to.
that a bitch? They're
Dude,
taking
and it's been there for over 100 years. It was the
like
state's
the
oldest
one
dairy
fucking
bar.
spot. Oh fuck, man!
Dude, it's one of the state's oldest dairy bars.
That's
Yes,
shit.
and it's gone now.
I wonder
Like
if I
it's
ate
empty.
there.
It's called Betty's Old Fashioned
Okay.
in El Dorado, and it was there in the 1910s,
Damn, man.
1920s,
That sucks.
all the way to
So like the best option you had, they fucking were like, well, the road needs to be bigger, so see you later, bitch.
basically.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Or maybe help move it backwards a little bit. Maybe take the building up and just kind of slide.
Well,
that
and
bitch.
they've thought about there's been some petitions about raising money for them to go relocate somewhere else, and I don't know if that's something that Betty wants to do. Now
she's probably old.
Sell the recipe and open up a store.
Or that.
That's
or
what
that.
needs to happen because I've heard those burgers were fucking phenomenal.
I don't remember what, dude. I did so much while I was there when I was little, but I don't remember none of it. I just remember the why. It's dope ass indoor pool.
and I used to go there as a kid too.
I thought it was neat.
They have an indoor
Yeah.
big ass pool, like
was
I wouldn't say
huge.
Olympic size, but it's.
I mean, it
fucking
was
huge.
when I at that age.
Yeah,
Fucking,
you know, when you're young like
Yeah.
that, you go there to swim for the first time. You're like, damn, this is a big fucking pool.
Because it's inside.
Yeah,
It was like the first time I'd ever seen something like that.
and I think the depth was like, was it 15 or so
it's
feet?
deep.
It's deep. Like you
Yeah.
jump off the diving board and barely
Uh-huh.
twouch the ground.
Yeah. If you're lucky, you'll get down to the bottom.
But as a kid, you don't touch the ground. You get down there and you're like, oh shit, where's the ground? Swimming, yeah, every
Shit's
time.
so fucking funny.
Yeah, doggy paddle all the way up to the top. Like, so they've renovated it a lot since obviously the last time you've been there. It's called HealthWorks.
Since 35 fucking years
35
ago.
fucking years ago. And like even like 25 years ago, it was still the Y. But
Nah,
like,
it was probably like 30. You were probably just.
Oh, it was in
being
the
born.
90s?
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Okay, yeah, I was a kid. I
'Cause
went there
didn't
as a
meet-
kid,
I
too,
didn't meet
though.
Jeremiah till the second grade, so that would have been like 92.
I was born in 92.
Okay.
so
So you were like fresh. Yeah.
fresh. But yeah, I went to the Y, and then it changed into the HealthWorks Fitness Center.
Maybe you were there. Maybe there was a lady
Who
with
knows?
a baby.
Dude, I mean, I've been to the Grand Canyon and didn't even know it in the 90s.
There you go. Yeah, I've been to
California,
Mount
too.
Rushmore. Don't remember it.
Never been. I want to go.
Mardi Gras. Went to Mardi Gras as an infant.
Down in New Orleans.
My mom didn't make the best choices.
Who makes good choices in New Orleans? Let's be honest.
Well, she was like 19 when I was born, so she was trying to party and have a child.
I have a young mom. My mom
Happy
had me at a young
Mother's
age
Day.
too. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, let's wrap this bitch up. I gotta go fucking eat ham.
Yeah, I gotta go see my mom.
Aw, dude, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you for having me,
It's
man.
been a great time.
This has been awesome. This is definitely out of my shell type of experience.
Getting to know more stuff, and I'm trying to
Right.
put arms out and get more places. And
With arms wide open.
what Kurt said. Plug all your stuff, dude.
All right, so yeah, I'm in a band, Dawn of Ascension. We have music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Tidal, you name it. We have an EP that is currently recorded that is going to be mixed and mastered by George Rich of Smoke Signals. We trust him to make that sound immaculate.
Don't fuck up, George.
We have, like I said, we have a show coming up in Northwest Arkansas, May 20th at Trails.
Trailside
West
Nomads.
End, I think.
No, Nomads Trailside.
I think we're on West End.
Oh, you're at the original Nomads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fancy.
And yeah,
Rub it in.
right. Because
Whatever.
I think I tagged the wrong page, and they commented was like, "Can you tag the right
Okay.
page?" It'll already be
Oh, so it was a great show. Y'all did
great
amazing.
show. We did great.
So the
yeah.
Vino show. You got the
So
Vino
the Vino
show.
show we have is coming up June 10th, and we're playing with Still Stayer, Surefire, Smoke Signals, and Take Rest.
Nice.
And we love Vino's.
I'll
Vino's has
come
always has always been a great place to play.
I'll come through.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I want to
need
get
see
all
you
my
guys.
Little Rock friends to come see my band. I want, it's not that I feel like we're kind of out of place because we're so far down, but it's like I want us to, be like, oh, Dawn of Ascension's coming and playing. Like we know,
It takes time, but yeah, I get it.
right? Of course, trying to build a name up this way.
Mhm. Yeah, and being so far away, it's definitely gonna take a little bit more work.
not being able to play
unfortunately.
shows even our hometown as much,
Right.
But
Well, thankfully we have the internet. Maybe start doing
need to do more videos,
content,
content
shit like
for
that.
sure.
YouTubes.
Gotta
I'm
get
going
out
to
of my
film
shell.
one right fucking now, dude.
Yeah, right after this.
It's literally leaving here, going and filming that for like 20 minutes, hopping over to mom's house, eating some fucking country ham, going home, starting an adult life again in the morning.
Adulting.
All right, we're Crashcasts on everything, Crashcast Pod and Crashcast Pod 1 on Twitter. And thank you for listening. Peace. Peace. Wah.